rounds. The caddies get to pull the stick out on 17. Closest to the pin wins some cash. And then there's also a charity element. The players, as they go through, they throw, hundos in the tip jar. And so it's a fun day, and it's an exciting day for the caddies. I mean, they look forward to it. It's some bragging rights. Started in 2000. There have been some close shots. They've gotten it within a couple of feet a couple of times. But yesterday, for the first time in the history of the caddy shootout, on Wednesdays at the Players, a caddy jarred it. And it was Colin Morikawa's caddy. Doesn't matter what his name is. You know him forever as Colin Morikawa's caddy.
Yep.
But he knocked it in the hole yesterday. First time a hole-in-one has won the closest to the pin. So that was one roar. Well, so the caddies do their deal, and then they come through. The players are still working on their practice round, okay? And there's this dude, Alexander Toasty. He is a University of Florida graduate, in fact. He's Latin American. I want to say he's Argentine.
Toasty!
But he runs hot, you know what I mean? Got a little bit of a temper, and he's got kind of a personality on tour. Well, he's playing his practice round yesterday, and on the 8th hole, which is a par 3, he's just chatting it up and kicking around with his caddy, and he says, you know what? If I get a hole-in-one on 17, I'm going to dive into the water. Fast forward about 2.5 hours later, the practice round continues, and now they are on the aforementioned hole number 17. What does Toasty do on his practice round swing?
Meep.
Knocks it in the hole. What did Toasty say on 8 he would do if he knocked it in the hole on 17?
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
And so, it recalls images of the first players when Jerry Pate won the event, ET, and then jumped into the water and pulled then Commissioner Dean Beeman in with him in the lake right there off of 18. Do you know that story?
Did not.
The first players held here at the stadium course was won by Jerry Pate, and they're giving him the trophies. The presentation's on the 18 green, and then at the end of the presentation, he pulls Beeman in, and he dives into the pond on 18. Another famous in-the-water story here at the Players is they are on number 17, and gosh, now Hicken will know. I think it ended up maybe even being one of Hicken's fraternity brothers. There's some tie in there. We'll have to get him to retell the story. But it was a gosh, who won that year? Shame on me. Hit me up if you remember. It's back in the 80s. And E.T., I think they're either in a playoff on 17 or they're coming down the stretch, and it's a real important moment in the golf tournament. And some Guggen fan runs off the bank and splashes in the water near 17 while they're playing. Yeah, and let's remind Hick to retell that story.
Bet.
So there's a famous dude in the water story. Well, we have now a third installment because, Toasty makes good on his word after saying during the practice round on number 8, if I jarred on 17, I'm jumping in. You know what? It looked like he almost hesitated. Is this a good idea? And his caddy said, a deal's a deal. Gave him a little shove. And Toasty, splish splash there on 17. All right, and then the Creator Classic. Did you check out any of that, E?
I did.
Did you enjoy it?
I didn't mind it. Honestly, it wasn't no different if I was actually watching the pros to me.
I feel you. They hit it good enough compared to you. At least most of them do.
Exactly.
That poor cat from Barstool. Shot like 30 over. I don't know all the dudes' names. I only know the ones that I watch.
You know who
and the ones that I watch. All the guys that we saw yesterday. The only ones I watch. I watch Bob Does Sports. More on that in a second. And Fat Perez.
All the kids knew him. Kids knew him.
Who, back to the real drama, the highlight of yesterday's Creator Classic here at the Players was my boy Fat Perez on 17. He pretty much hit the Tiger Woods better than most putt. And it's probably not in the exact same spot, but it was his last hole. He was out of it. He started like 3 or 4 bogeys in a row. I mean, that's what these guys are. And so he hits his tee shot on 17, kind of the back of the green, the pin's in the front, and Fat Perez rolls it in. Gives the Euro step, if you know, you know. and that was the highlight. So 17 really played a big factor yesterday. Could that be setting the stage for a lot of 17th hole drama? But anyway, the guys that I watch are Fat Perez, who gave the highlight, Horvat, who won the thing, and then the Bryan brothers. And the real story here is just the shocking, abysmal, I don't know how else to call it, dude. Wesley Bryan, ET, in his last 9 PGA Tour starts, has finished in the top 25 5 times. Like, he ain't no YouTube golfer. There was a bit of controversy about whether or not he should have even been in it. He's got an older brother, George Bryan. They run a YouTube channel together. In fact, they were one of the first to step into the whole social media YouTube fray. Wesley Bryan has bounced up and down on the PGA Tour. In fact, he's won a PGA Tour event in his career. And he has some sort of status. He'll play on tour probably a dozen times this year. He's played some already this season. But he's in the field with these guys. He would have been a heavy favorite to win, and he played awful. He had one of those days. And it can't be nerves. You can't write it off to anything. If a dude has played on PGA Tour, he's currently active on PGA Tour, at least semi. He's won on PGA Tour. He's played under the brightest lights of real national TV coverage. I can't imagine this little thing got to him. But when you leave the day tied with Gabby Golf, massive fail.
Oof.
More on that, quote, creators, classic. It is what it is. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. I think it's unnecessary. If you want to watch those guys on YouTube do what they did yesterday, guess what? We've all been watching them on YouTube do what they did yesterday for a long time. And it'll look a lot like what we watched them do on YouTube in a week from now. There's certainly ways to fine-tune this creator classic. Look, I know the fans get a kick out of some of their faves to get out and see. I don't need somebody, I don't need a dude shooting 65 on 9 holes. The guy from Barstool must have shot in the 60s. And we can pare this thing down. Gabby Golfer, God bless her, and her TikTok following is as huge as it might be. And she hit some great shots yesterday for a 17-year-old. I thought she did slower than molasses, though. Just as slow could be. That's also a part of the game, gang. These YouTubers forget that when they're filming their content and slowing up the whole world. Listen, pace of play's part of it, boys and girls. I mean, those Gabby, those first couple of groups were off by 4:30. They didn't get done till 7:30, 7 o'clock. Anywho, back to the real deal, and obviously that is the players. And first shot's going to be fired here in about an hour and a half. Let me start back to my selfishness, though. I got off track there. E.T. and his stories of, bebopping.
Shout out Catlin. Shout out
my man, huh? Was that a mustache or what, bro?
He got a stash.
He's like a 70s beat cop.
I was just over there chilling by the clubhouse. All I know is that E? I was like, you're doing right it is. He's like, hold on 1 second. He came out with 2 of them things for your boy.
I know one thing. Before with sight unseen, I know he's got a Catlin lid on one way or the other.
Yes, he did.
The visor or the lid. Yeah,
and he had that swag on. I ain't gonna lie. And shout out that they put that swag on out there yesterday, so I want to see what today looked like.
Yeah, man, today's gonna be fun. The first round again. It tees off here. We got I think the first really named group, and I'll have to go recheck the notes here. I think maybe it's Oberg's group. It goes off at 8:24, maybe.
Okay.
And then the featured group in the afternoon will involve Scheffler. And we'll give you some of those tee times to watch for. If you're coming out today and you're really into the golf, I trust you've done the research already. Y'all heard of the Google machine, right? But we'll reset for you, as best we can. And it'll be fun as we follow the action, and no one will cover it like 1010XL, not from the radio side. We have updates start. What time, Glugan, Richie, what time we start with the updates? 11 a.m. this morning?
7 a.m.
7 a.m. Oh, but out here live on course. But we're getting scoring updates in the 7 o'clock hour. Because some years we do it in the 6. It starts in the 7. We just, listen, gang, there's no pretense on this radio program. We peel back the curtain. This is what we're doing right now.
Yes, we do.
Right. You can watch us right now on YouTube. You see this? This is the schedule.
Yes,
so
sir.
important. This is gold. This is gold for this Fortune 500 1010XL. 7-Eleven is the first update today. That'll be before action starts. Is it 1 or 2 updates an hour, please? 3. Oh, my bad. 3 updates an hour. If you're driving around, you're going to be kept up on the scoreboard. Again, I'm great at asking questions that the listeners might want to know without actually having the answers myself, even though I sit in a position where I should be given answers, not questions. Y'all feel me? Do we have play-by-play coverage on 1010XL? We don't. We have in the past some years. We don't this year. All right. So you just have to keep it locked in here. Better than that, get out and enjoy this golf for the next 4 days. The weather looks like it's going to be beautiful. except here in the morning time. And now back to my little selfish blurb, ET, and then we'll move on. I want to come back next segment, reframing the Jaguars' perspective a little bit here, and what it feels like. I can't believe I want as much as I do, and I thought about using the word need, but it's not my place. We'll circle back after the break and get to that. But here, the selfishness. After my third straight day, ET, of arriving pre-dawn under a full moon and sub-50 temperatures, I'm back in the camp that wouldn't mind seeing the tournament in May. That's just me. Now, it'll get beautiful here sooner rather than later. By the time the sun comes up and the crowds come out, it's an absolute beautiful day. So I wouldn't want to snatch that from the masses. But just purely, 100%, unadulterated, unfiltered selfishness. It's been chilly out here this week. Feels a little bit better this morning. In fact, ET, I'll go so far as to say this. You know what will be a great punishment on the wheel of misfortune?
Listening.
A great punishment on the wheel bet. Now, the problem is sometimes the timing of the wheel bet payoff and great ideas, they don't match up. Like, there's certain things have to be happening at certain times for them to be good.
Okay.
But a good wheel bet payoff would have been, you got to come out here 6 o'clock in the morning when it's still freezing cold, and the grass, it may as well have rained. It's so full of dew. And you have to go out there, and you have to lay down on your back in that cold, wet grass, and you have to do a grass angel for 2 minutes, and then you have to stay out here and wear those clothes the rest of the day.
I was about to say, that's not bad. But
yeah,
then
it's
you
bad
gotta wear
because
that all day.
All day. And by the way, just imagine, you got to do one full loop of the course.
Oh,
You're going to start
man.
on one. You're going to take that cart path we'll see on 18 green, friend. Take that wet, grass-stained, goodness knows what you look like, and walk through everybody. They're all going to see you going.
Oh, and I got that swag on today, too.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah,
First, you'd freeze for the first 4 hours, and then you'd be humiliated for the next 2.
Oh, yeah, that's miserable.
Yeah, that's the dark places my mind goes when selfishness comes into play. All right, let's do this. We'll continue on here. I've said it before, I love the mini madness of these conference tournaments. Gators and the Big Four and the SEC still a day away from playing. Teams fighting for their lives, including a big brand name. And if you haven't been keeping up with college basketball, it might even surprise you, especially when you look at their win total. So we'll kind of reset March Madness, put it in a framework of Florida and in particular, and the Gators in a chase of a number 1 seed. Georgia did lose last night, but Mike White's team seems pretty safe in that 8, 9, 10, well, not 8, but say 9, 10, 11 range. I'd say a 9 or a 10 most likely. So lots of basketball talk, and the conference tournaments now, boy, it's fun. They just start flying all over the place with all of the big boys offering up some of their early bracket action from conference tournaments as well. But when we come back on the other side, a free agency process that started with me saying, I really hope we don't end up with this guy. He's not really who I want. Has me now saying 3 days later, gosh, I sure hope we get this guy. Who is that guy? Maybe you figured it out. Maybe you haven't. We'll eliminate all the cloudiness when we return. Up and at 'em, we are rolling strong on a custom tree surgeons Thursday. We got Doc Murphy today as we'll talk about injuries in the sports world. Daniel Murphy's going to pop by and spend some time with us. So Murphy Power Hour on location. Talk a little hardball, a little golf, a little Jags football, and more with our favorite son there, Daniel Murphy. So thanks for being up and at 'em with us. You are listening to The Drill. As we have been all week, we are live from the Players, where round 1 will tee off in an hour and 22 minutes.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. From the preseason to the playoffs and every day in between.
Each man individually preparing himself to be the best he could possibly be. Better than he's ever been. Because that's what it's going to take.
At 1010XM. The season never ends.
Lauren Brooks here. At Hodges Mazda, they are proud of their solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. As your hometown Mazda dealer, their high customer service standards and their huge inventory of new and used cars provide their customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Their professional non-commissioned sales team puts your best interest first without exception. And all new vehicle purchases include the Hodges Mazda Protection Package. Visit them online at HodgesMazda.com or stop in today to learn more and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
4 guys, want a golf course fairway quality lawn? TopDressing.com just landed in Jacksonville with the golf course secret for St. Augustine grass homeowners. A patented process that aerates and turns your turf into a fairway stunner. Serious golf course technology, but in your yard. Less water, tighter cuts, total neighborhood domination. No one else scores a perfect 10 lawn. Hit TopDressing.com now. You will own the block. Top dress your yard like the pros with TopDressing.com.
Tired of a plain and boring backyard? Stonecore on Phillips Highway is your one-stop choice to beautify your home. With pavers, stonework, outdoor kitchens, fireplaces, pergolas, and driveways. Visit stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Rev up the offseason with AA Automotive.
Let's go.
Big names, bold moves, and breaking news.
That's a beautiful thing.
Follow the free agency frenzy. Built by Superior Fence and Rail and Roland Reach Plumbing on 1010XL.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
Real estate isn't just a job, it's a commitment. With Paige Covington, you get a dedicated partner who's available day or night because buying or selling a home doesn't follow a schedule. Your needs come first. Whether it's finding the perfect home or selling for top dollar, Paige Covington goes the extra mile every time. Meet Paige Covington with England Volkers at String Sports Brewery on Pittman Road in Jacks Beach, Friday, March 21st from 4 to 6 for Madness with the Frangie Show. PaigeCovington.evrealestate.com.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold and silver and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at almost $3,000 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar or trade it in for a new piece and get even more value at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com.
Everyone seems to be in a time crunch these days. Well, don't forget you can always count on the cold case at Daly's. Always convenient, always cold. Whether it's the king of beers, Natty Light, Stella, or Cigar City, a Goose Island or Bud Light Seltzer. Dash into Daly's and grab one to go.
Hey, this is Darren with One Call Lawn and Pest Control. Since 2011, we've taken great pride in being Northeast Florida's premier lawn, termite, and pest control company. Our technicians receive thorough training year-round, focusing on exceptional customer service with meticulous attention to detail. One Call serves the greater Jacksonville area, including St. Augustine, Orange Park, and Fernandina. We're eager for the opportunity to earn your business and welcome you to the One Call family. Call or text us for a free quote, 413-8377.
This is Hayes Carline for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. First Florida Credit Union was voted Best Credit Union in the 2024 Best of Bold City Community Choice Awards, and it's easy to see why. I go to the branch off 210 in St. Johns County and the new Durbin location, but they have 10 branches in the Jacksonville area. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Real. So we had a little... Rory's too young for Get Off My Lawn, E.T.
Definitely.
Rory's too little for Get Off My Lawn. I got a little social media VPGA tour, and it sums up each's responses, and I think each's comment on it, I think, is a reason why so many are being driven to YouTube. More on that in just a second. I just want to start, though, with this little social media advisory. All right? And Twitterless Jeff for a reason. Y'all drive me absolutely crazy. And so it's not my place to, unless you're my own kids, to tell you what, you should or shouldn't be on, or when, or you should or should not post. But it's just a friendly suggestion. A shout out to one of our locals. Who knows where's a football career will still take him, and he's already had a lot of success at both the high school and college level. But we got to keep our man Carson Beck off Snapchat, E.T.
Man, I don't mess with the snap.
Man, when my man Carson Beck gets on that Snapchat, bad things seem to happen. So you can do all the research on that. I'm not going to get down and dirty whether or not a 20-year-old is broken up with his fellow social media star girlfriend. That's up to them, but there's some stuff going on down there, E.T. That's all I'm going to say. Stay off that Snapchat, Carson.
Stay off the snap, man.
Just get off of it, man. All right. Rory was asked yesterday, E.T., at his press conference, about the surge in popularity of YouTube golf. And now I want to give a little backstory that if you've read any of this back and forth and the reaction from one of YouTube's funny men, I think golf.com said it pretty good. He's brilliantly dumb. The brilliantly dumb leader of Bob Does Sports comments to Rory. But in each of their commentaries, you can see why one is becoming more popular than the other. And in Rory's defense, man, he's asked out of nowhere about YouTube golf, and you got to think about YouTube golf from this standpoint. Rory McIlroy does the YouTube, these creators, they don't register with Rory. He doesn't watch them. He doesn't know who they are, just as I watch some YouTube golf. I watched yesterday, and half that field I've never watched before. I've watched the Bryan brothers. I've watched Horvat. I've watched Fat Perez on Bob Does Sports, those other six, including our local guy. I guess I need to be watching No Laying Up. I don't know why I'm not. My apologies to the boys at No Laying Up. Solly went to the final there, and we're going to have to get out and play some golf together. I don't know why that marriage hasn't already occurred. Anywho. Rory, I'm sure, looks at, when they ask him about YouTube golf, guess what a couple of these lives guys that I'm sure Rory's not real fond of, like Phil Mickelson, Bryson DeChambeau, guess where they've gone on to really boost their popularity? YouTube golf. So anyway, I think part of that kind of shades Rory's opinion on YouTube golf and maybe even his answer yesterday. And what he said was, it was perfectly within the realm of being, polite enough. Question. Rory, as somebody who's been involved in TGL, how much attention do you pay to the YouTube generation here, like the Fat Perez's, Grant Horvat, stuff like that? Do you look at that at all? McIlroy? Not really. I'm not of that generation. I'd much rather watch pure competitive. I'd much rather watch this golf tournament on Saturday and Sunday than watch YouTube golf. That's fair. So would I, but doesn't mean I don't want to watch the other. Doesn't mean I want to watch both. I'd really love to watch the Players' final round, but I'd really like to watch the Gators playing the SEC Championship Sunday. Yeah, you do both. Whatever. A question to Rory. A second question. At the Players' Championship about YouTube golf. Perspective it that way. Question, is there any part of you that's fascinated about how many eyeballs are on that right now? I'm happy for the people that enjoy it, but I enjoy something else. Question 3, a follow-up. Rory, the Creators Classic goes down later today. How important do you think is it to have those kind of events? To have those influencers come out and play these iconic courses, especially for the younger fans that have so much content available at their hands nowadays? McIlroy, it's important for them. That's good. Again, I don't feel like I'm of that generation, but I can obviously see the intrigue and the look. I think it's cool for some people. I just don't think it's for me. He handled it fine, right? I mean, just honest about it. He's like, are you kidding me, dude? I play out here with the very, very best. Why am I going to watch some dude try and break 80? No, thanks. It's not for me. Well, if you do watch YouTube golf, Fat Perez is on the Bob Does Sports channel. That's my favorite one. They're just every guy dudes. They don't pretend like they're pros and tell you, I've got 6-iron in hand, going to try and work it off the left bunker. That stuff can get a little bit much. These dudes go out and do stupid things, like you got to eat a hot dog and finish a hole every hole. Or 9 holes, 9 fireball shots. Can we shoot 3 under? They do the stupid crap that you would do with your buddies on a golf trip. And they're led by this dude, Bob Does Bobby Fairways, Bob Does Sports, real name Robbie Berger. He's a college baseball player from the Northeast. So you heard what Rory said, prim, proper, tie up the line. Yeah, whatever. Y'all have fun. It's not for me. So here's the response, E.T., from Bob. Do you watch Bob Does Sports? Do you know this guy?
No, I don't.
All right, well, for you, and I hope this is interesting. I hope this isn't just completely outside of what are we talking about for the rest of the audience. But he is one of the YouTube creators. And, again, his channel, Bob Does Sports, is very much more lighthearted. Now, they also do, the 3 of them will take on John Rahm or Xander Schauffele or whoever it might be. So, Bob, after Rory says that yesterday, Bob Does Sports post on Instagram or somewhere, you don't think that YouTube is competitive enough, Rory? Trying to be the first out of 10 in a 10-man scramble. A lot of responsibility. Show the 9 guys behind me whether that putt's going to break right or left. You bite your tongue, McIlroy. Try being 8 fireball shots deep, trying to hit a 45-footer while the whole world of YouTube is relying on you, even though they know deep in their soul, every single person watching that video knows damn well I ain't making it. I had to watch my coworker, Fat Perez, eat 8 Boston cream donuts and keep trying to attack a flagstick from 175 yards out. The guy could barely make it to his backside. He had to swing like Finau in order just to get the ball to go. Sorry, Perez. That was a tough day. You bite your tongue, McIlroy. Now, with that being said, I would sell my soul to have you on the channel.
Hey, Bob does have a point.
Yeah, right. Come on, man. We're not trying to be anything more than we are. I do think it's an odd juxtaposition. It's still – and look, I'm a YouTube supporter. I don't care, man. Y'all like it, hate it. I'm not selling it or buying it. It's not the place for it. That not the Players Championship. We don't put 5, 10 handicaps out tearing up a golf course. I don't care if it's one potential divot that a real pro could roll into today or tomorrow. That's one too many. So do your creator classics. They ought to be, at the Myrtle Beach or at some at other events. Not at the Players Championship. Not the afternoon before the very best in the world. Attack it.
Would it fit more like the old Waste Management vibe?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I am not saying it's not popular. And for a segment, there was a big crowd following those dudes around yesterday.
Yeah, there was.
I recognize that slotted popularity, but we are here for the Players Championship. If you want to make some creator, you know what? Now we're going to have to, what the tour's now going to deal with, E.T.? Let me tell you what the tour now has created for itself. They've created this buzz. There will be a story here in the next few days of how this creator classic ratings and streamings compared with your premier event, the Players Championship. That's what you've done. You've taken YouTube and you've put them in a competitive parallel for eyeballs. Now they could come back on the other side. Well, we're just getting our piece of the pie. It was on PGA live streaming. Yeah, that's great. I'm guessing that probably wasn't the most common of yesterday's options. So I just didn't think it was the right place or time for it. You could do these things every single week at every single tour event. Don't do it at the Players and the Majors and the World Golf Championship events. Do it, just barnstorm around on your John Deere Classics, man. It just seemed like misplaced spotlight to me. Again, that's just to me. Well, that being said, it was pretty popular yesterday. But, yeah, those 2 comments, one from the Rory generation, one from Bob Does Sports. The irony is these 2 dudes aren't that far apart in age, to be honest. Rory's an old soul, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah, I've been around doing it for a while. And he's among those, the best in the world, that will be out on course today. All right, I want to get to this Jaguars angle. This whole thing started with, man, I hope the plan isn't that our key free agent signee is going to be a 31-year-old and most recently oft-injured receiver, Kupp. And here we are on Thursday of free agency week, and I've got my fingers crossed that somehow we could sign Kupp. Are you in that camp at all, E?
kind of do want Buddy, man. We need to bolster this wide receiver room for sure.
Well, the Rams ultimately determined they can't trade him, so they cut him yesterday. He now becomes a free agent. He did post this for what it's worth, 8 years of incredible memories. But we know at the end of the day, it's about providing the best opportunity for both us and them. Thank you for sharing these moments. Thank you, LA, for welcoming my family. Next chapter starts now. Best is yet to come. You promise? Here's the problem now, though, with Kupp. Kupp suddenly, 31, 8 years deep, according to Adam Schefter, got his share of suitors. So, the idea of maybe signing Cooper Kupp to a 2-year, $24 million, or a 1 year, $13 million, or whatever those terms are, I get thrown off by what we played De'Ami Brown. That was a curious signing when it comes to the sum total. That if you did have plans on signing Kupp, that you raised the price, didn't you? When you gave Brown $10 million?
That 1 year, $10 million.
Yeah. Last year, Kupp, 67 grabs, 710 yards, limited to 12 games. I remember at the end of the year, if you had Cooper Kupp in fantasy, you were muttering his name by the end of the year because they had big platform games. Like, he had a game against the Niners, fully healthy, playing, got goose-egged, not a single catch.
Puka was getting all them grabs.
He is not the guy that he was when he won the NFL Receivers Triple Crown back in 2021. It was, terrific Offensive Player of the Year, I think, in the league that year. And now, just because of what we have at receiver, I will say this. There's certain things that I'm drawing out of any urgency or lack of down with the Jags. We're drafting that kid Mason Graham. I mean, unless somebody trades up and get him, that's the surest bet in history. And they've got a receiver or two that they're confident in rounds 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. They found Kupp in the mid-rounds in L.A. They found Puka Nacua in the late rounds in L.A. It tells me they got a couple of young guys they think they can count. Listen, young receivers now, they have working examples where they are and where they've come from, what rookie receivers can do. Brian Thomas Jr. last year looked like a fifth-year veteran. And when he was in L.A., Gladstone and the Rams took Nacua in his first year, caught 100-something passes. The right guy is there if you're picking the right guy. And if they don't emerge with Kupp out of this second wave, and we go from now into the draft with no name added or no production more than what we have with Parker Washington, Gabe Davis, De'Ami Brown, and Brian Thomas, you better bet they're going to attack the draft for the position. They better. And getting that offensive line around Trevor Lawrence is important. But maybe give him a receiving core that wouldn't be bottom 10. That'd help. And Brian Thomas Jr. was terrific. That's a terrific, bright spot. Outside of that right now, oof. Evan Ingram has signed somewhere else. Mac Jones has signed somewhere else. That news and more with a football fix when we return. It's a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The Players' Championship tees off at TPC Sawgrass today. Scotty Scheffler is the 4-1 favorite. Rory McIlroy has moved to 11-1. Colin Morikawa is 14-1. Xander Schauffele returned last week to the tour after a rib injury. He struggled at the Arnold Palmer Invitational. He is at 22-1. Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, the 4-1 co-favorites with the NASCAR Cup race this week in Las Vegas. The Pennzoil 400. Missouri and Mississippi State meet today in the SEC tournament at the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. The Tigers are the 3.5-point favorite. The winner gets Florida tomorrow in the quarterfinal. $250 bonus and you open up a G-Bank Visa signature card. Visa.com/G-Bank. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Plumbing problem? AC acting up? Septic tank trouble? Don't waste time calling 3 different companies. Just call Duck Duck Rooter. We offer plumbing, septic, and air conditioning services, making it easy for you to work with one trusted company and one simple build. Every department has highly skilled experts trained for the job. For fast, reliable service from a company that does it all the right way, call 904-862-6769 or visit duckduckrooter.com.
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, Dan. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily's Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily's Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily's Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily's Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Spring and summer are coming. Will your pool deck be ready? Don't Slip Deck Coatings of Jacksonville has you covered. Their multi-layered slip-resistant coatings come in a variety of colors, adding safety, durability, and style to your outdoor spaces. Plus, they offer slip-resistant solutions for inside your home, too. Long-lasting, affordable, and built to protect your family. Don't wait. Call today for a free quote. 904-466-1839. And follow Don't Slip Jacks on Facebook and Instagram.
Tired of supermarket produce that's traveled thousands of miles before you get it? Treat your family to farm-fresh, Florida-grown fruits and veggies delivered right to your home with Doorbell Farms. No supply chain issues or questionable origins, just seasonal produce hand-picked from local farmers. Subscribe monthly and enjoy the best local farm produce delivered right to you. Sign up now at doorbellfarms.com. Connecting real people to real family farms. Doorbellfarms.com.
The Mr. Chubby's Bracket Challenge is coming. Following Selection Sunday, go to 1010XL.com, print your bracket, and bring it to any Mr. Chubby's Wings during Live Madness games. Get a free Miller Lite for every game you pick right. Top prize, Saturday passes to Welcome to Rockville.
Don't miss the Players' Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group, 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
Hey, it's Adam from Counting Crows, and we were going to hire a typical Loud Radio guy to tell you about the summer's Complete Suites tour, but I wanted to just invite you myself. Guess I should. Old songs, new songs. We'll be joined by our friends, the Gaslight Anthem. It's a summer butter miracle. Come and hang with us. Okay, your turn now.
Saturday, July 19th, St. Augustine Amphitheater. Tickets on sale Friday at 10 a.m. at theamp.com.
Need fresh and flavorful lunch? Chicken Salad Chick has scratch-made Southern-style chicken salad in every bite. It's quick and delicious, so why wait? Come taste the best chicken salad today at Town Center, Durbin Park, or Butler Point at Chicken Salad Chick.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Hey, Hicken here, or just call me Dreamfinders Danny. For a limited time to ring in the new year, Dreamfinders Homes is offering an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Now's your chance to lock down that rate and get in the game. You heard me right. It's 4.99 fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for sales event information and get in the game. Interest rate available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for more details.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Hunkered down in the confines here. Glugan Richie, just again, he's set me up with the wonderful space heater. Got the baby firing down here. It's going to be warmer today. In fact, it'll warm up quicker in the morning. Another beautiful day. It looks like 4 beautiful. Maybe Sunday could be sketch. We'll see. But certainly next 2 or 3 days, beautiful golf. The best in the world here, now less than an hour away from teeing off. Keep you updated on the golf all day long here on 1010XL. Thrice an hour scoring updates. You know what? I'm not gonna take this, ET. I mean, I do this YouTube this PGA Tour YouTube, YouTube versus standard golf take. Thought I handled it expertly, huh? I thought I handled it expertly this morning. I thought I gave both sides pretty clear. I didn't really take a side in it all. I didn't feel like I did. Did you, E?
No, I thought you didn't handle it well.
They I got half of them coming at me like I'm a YouTube hater, and I got half of them coming at me like I'm giving YouTube too much credit on the text line. So I just choose to be completely right then for each of you that are saying that. I will say one thing now. Let's make something clear. I want to clear this up real quick. If any of the influencers are up and at 'em today listening or skulking around here on the course with their GoPros, I want to be crystal clear on this, okay? This phrase, growing the game, all right? Let's be crystal clear about Bob Does Sports and Good Golf and Gabby and Berkshire and Steele and No Laying Up and ain't a one of them in this for growing the game. They're for growing their brand, for growing their followers, for growing their cash. They are capitalizing on the game of golf, not growing it. Hold on. They may be growing it. That is not their goal. These guys aren't all doing this to grow the game of golf. No, they're to use the game of golf to, and if the growth is an offshoot of it, that's all fine and dandy. But yeah, let's back off of the grow the game. Now, when Bryson DeChambeau steps away from the millions he could be making at any corporate event or any PGA Tour or Pro Tour event in the world to instead do these goofy YouTube videos, he's growing the game. Because he's adding legitimacy to the medium. So, yeah, I'm not going to give – it's popular. And as much as I watch YouTube golf, especially certain of the channels, I don't think any of them at all. I don't think any of them's goal when they get up in the morning and go off and do their content is to grow the game. And if they're saying that, they're lying to themselves and you. I think that is that's a fact. From the text line. Whining about chilly temps in the 50s. What a cross to bear, LOL. You guys work with that guy? Any of y'all? You guys know this guy? I mean, that's the guy you don't want to see this morning at the coffee cooler. Before that, and you talk about PGA golfers being soft. Toughen up, Pross. Now he's coming back at me, whining about chilly temps in the 50s. Damn, I didn't know I had Rocky Balboa on the text line this morning, ET.
Right.
Back search this. Let's get an interview, maybe go live this morning. Hold a press conference. I didn't know the toughest man on earth lived right here on the first coast within ear-shouting distance.
Buddy throwing haymakers.
Yeah. I hope you don't work with this guy. Yeah, that's just the jag-off that no one wants to see when they get to work every day, isn't he? He'll come in with his non-funny wits and witticisms, his quote jokey criticisms that never land right. Don't we all work with a JA like that or know a JA like that? Maybe he's your uncle or your cousin. Never as fun as he thinks he is. Comes across a lot less likable than even he imagined. Good morning, Googans. Fire the band, E. We got a football fix, doggone it. Not messing around with this. It's official. Aaron Rodgers is a free agent. Free agent for the first time. Jets cutting the, 1,000-year veteran we'll see if and when he lands. All right, we continue to hear Pittsburgh and Tennessee is the most likely choices. Titans got to decide what they're doing with that top draft pick. Also have to decide what they're doing at the quarterback position. You know, they look like they're still a couple of years. Daniel Jones introduced in Indy. He's there to fight for that job. So the quarterback situation there is dicey at best. The Titans going to continue to bang around on the quarterback position. It feels like it's going to be like one more part-time year of Will Levis to finally figure out that Will Levis ain't the guy. Our old buddy Mac Jones has a new deal. Maybe this is why the Niners, when they traded up to 3, didn't take Mac Jones. They said, let's just wait 5 years and we'll get him for nothing. But Mac, who spent 1 year here in his hometown, has signed with the San Francisco 49ers to be their backup there to Brock Purdy. It's a good spot, right? Now that seems to be in line with a similar playing style to Purdy, if and when he has to serve as a replacement. The big quarterback news in San Francisco is the news that has still not been announced, and that is where do they go with Brock Purdy. What is the ultimate, where ultimately does the salary fall? Man, what is it with the Chiefs and the off-field issues for their receivers? Right? Tyreek Hill had issues before they joined him. I'm not sure if he had any in Kansas City. He certainly had them in Miami since, from the dock worker to last year's opener. The Rashee Rice, right, is the drag racing. Didn't someone get killed in that? I mean, so we got Rashee Rice, and now it's Xavier Worthy, the rookie receiver. A woman has accused him of attacking her last week. The DA declined to pursue the charges, but she has been given a protective order against him by a Texas judge. Anyway, for what it's worth, Worthy was arrested Friday, held in a county jail on a charge of assault on a family or household member, indicating choking in common terms. Released the following day. His attorney said the client was innocent of the charge. Allegation was made by a woman who'd been living in Worthy's home and yada yada.
Yeah, that whole story is crazy.
Is it? Give me. Is there a better, shorter, more
basically
precise version?
He hired a private investigator, caught her being not faithful. When he caught her, she started to assault him, and he got arrested.
Yeah, that's quite different from whatever statement her attorneys released. That's for sure. Did you know Rico Dowdle had a 1,000-yard season last year?
Who?
Well, we talked about Dallas and struggling, but yeah, he had a 1,000-yard season last year. And now he gone. The Cowboys picked up who? Javonte Williams, that sound right, from Denver? And now Dowdle has left Dallas. He joins the Carolina Panthers. I mentioned Mac Jones got another former Jag landing yesterday. It's Evan Ingram in Denver. So he'll take his, high-volume pass catcher. High-volume pass catcher. He had, did he have 200 catch years?
No, I think it was just one.
No, he had the one, right? He had the one. He got hot at the end of 22, had the big year in 2023. Last year, injured, and the Jags have moved on to Britton Strange, and then picked up a couple of backup level tight ends in early free agency. But Ingram lands there in Denver. Should be a good spot for him. Broncos, a team on the rise. They've got a young quarterback in Bo Nix, and tight ends and young quarterbacks seem to go well together. They did here with Trevor and Evan Ingram. All right, so Cooper Kupp, we talked a lot about this last segment, officially released by the Rams. They weren't able to trade the star receiver. I did see a Schefter report. There are a number of teams that are lined up interested. Why does that matter? That price tag goes up. So depending on any relationship that Kupp has with Gladstone and Cohen, or salary parameters, or length of, listen, if you can get Cooper Kupp at his age for 2 healthy seasons, it could be a heck of a deal. If you get a Cooper Kupp who was, by the end of last year, injury-prone and inconsistent, well, then the price tag becomes important. I do think that one of the real, I don't want to say egregious, because the plan is not played out yet for the Jaguars. In fairness to their perspective, they got a lot more to go this offseason before things are finalized. But, man, you sure feel worried about the receiver position. I mean, it looks terrible. And, again, that's from this view. Maybe they think Parker Washington's about to be 85-catch guy. I don't know. If they do, let's hope they're right. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. It's brought to you by the Home Course, Jointon Creek Golf Club. You're going to get that golf bug. You got the players, Masters coming up, weather gets beautiful. Trust my friends at the Home Course to give you a good time and a great deal. Go to JointonCreekGolf.com and set your tee time online. Hicken Arrival and more come your way next. We got Doc Murphy today's perspective on the injuries of the sports world. The Murphy Power Hour makes an appearance today. Daniel Murphy will be bebopping around the ground, so we'll pick his brain. All that and much more. Thanks for listening to 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. For many, it's the happiest place on earth.
At 17 in Players Championship.
Get live Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates.
Covered by Universal Roof and Contracting.
Cool Cats Heating and Cooling.
And Beaver Toyota.
On 1010XL.
Do the Garber Wiggle, Garber Wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, Garber Wiggle.
Garber Automall is home of the lifetime warranty. Every new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevy, Buick, GMC, and Ford comes with a lifetime warranty. At Garber Automall, your purchase is covered for life. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. And remember, at Garber Automall, there's always a little room for wiggle.
Garber Wiggle, Garber Wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, Garber Wiggle.
Hey, gang, in this market, when it comes time to sell your home, you need someone on your side and making sure you're getting the absolute best deal. And I got a promise for you. There are no problems when you contact Chad and Sandy Newman at chadandsandy.com. Mortgage rates are down, creating more active buyers and sellers. So if you've been waiting, now's a great time to sell your home. Homes will flood the market eventually. That'll drive down prices. So maximize your home sale now with the market experts who deliver more money in less time. Maybe you're worried about costly repairs or upgrades needed to sell your home. You don't have to worry about that. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts. Cancel at any time. Chad and Sandy give you this guarantee. Your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they'll buy it. Can't do any better than that. Mike and Lisa in McCormick said we inherited a family home that came with equity, but also a mortgage. The home sold in 3 days thanks to Chad and Sandy. On the radio is exactly how it went. ChadandSandy.com, 414-6200.
Jags fans, here's your chance to score a trip to Green Bay for round one of draft night. Through the Everbank Draft Night Experience Sweepstakes, one lucky winner and a guest will be there live and in person to see the Jaguars make their first pick. To enter, visit everbank.com/draft by April 4th. That's everbank.com/draft. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the United States and D.C. 18 and older. Entry period from 3/3/25 to 4/4/25. For official rules, prize description, odds of winning, and other details, visit everbank.com/draft. Sponsored and administrator, Everbank N.A.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana, options. Know Before You Blow. Go to knowbeforeyoublow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
Enhance your home with Renewal by Anderson's exclusive 31-day spring event. Experience superior craftsmanship and timeless design with buy one, get one 40% off custom replacement windows and patio doors. Enjoy the ease of zero down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. This offer expires March 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, buddy, you look worried.
Worried? I'm apoplectic!
You're what now?
I'm freaking out, Jason. Stupid water heater crapped out, so I haven't showered since Thursday. I start smelling a little funky, blow my big corporate job interview tomorrow, I'll end up settling for some dead-end career selling spatulas on the internet.
Dude, stay cool.
There's nothing cool about a cold shower, Jason. I mean, I know how that sounds, but
Bueller Air and Plumbing can get a new water heater installed today. The day you call. You could be smelling fresh again by dinner time.
wait, you can do that?
Put on these sunglasses.
Whoa.
Is that cooler?
Oh, yeah.
Well, life moves pretty fast. If you spend much more time smelling like this, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Are you 18 years or older? Just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Buying a diamond, wedding band, or piece of fashion jewelry in Jacksonville? You have two choices. You can go to locally owned Beard's Diamonds, or you can go to one of those mega national chain jewelry stores. The national chains are pretty much all the same. In fact, did you know that some of them are owned by the same conglomerate? Yes, the same Wall Street company owns all the big names. So if you're looking for extreme value with genuine personal attention, come experience the Beard's Diamond difference. At Beard's, our diamonds come straight from the source. We hand select each one for maximum brilliance. We don't have to apply corporate markups and tack on salespeople commissions, so we beat the chains on price every single day. Beards has the strongest warranties, not gotcha clauses in fine print. Beards has all the top designers, including Tacori and Viraggio. Beards doesn't have out-of-state regional managers calling about sales quotas. We are all local, family-owned, with total freedom to do what's right for our customers. Beards Diamonds, all the selection, quality, value, and service you want from local people, accountable only to you. Beards in the St. John's Town Center.
Get a healthy start in 2025. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to encourage you to get healthy and stay healthy this year. They have a dedicated team who are committed to providing quality care. The goal is to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Visit duval.floridahealth.gov to learn more about their health programs and services. That's duval.floridahealth.gov.
When it's time for new tires, you can count on Big Chief Tire for quality and value. Frank Franchi here. Their expert team will help you quickly find the right fit, ensuring a safe, comfortable ride. With quality options, fair prices, and quick installation, you'll be back on the road in no time. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 today to schedule your appointment and roll into 2025 with great confidence. Big Chief Tire keeps Jack rolling.
10XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Splish splash, I was taking a bath. Long about a Saturday night. Yeah. Rubbed up, just relaxing in the tub. Thinking everything was alright. Well, I stepped out.
You don't got me yet.
Yeah.
You know it! Counsel by singing, though.
Counsel from WOTV on the line right now. Counsel from each station.
Here's some old goody.
Yeah. I remember this one back.
I'm with Richie, man. I'm with Richie.
Split splash yesterday. I think that is a nod to when Toasty jumped in the water after a practice round 8.
Toasty did jump in.
See that?
Good Gator.
At least he, listen, at least he, you know, he's.
We got some issues.
Taking that off, man. Just leave it. Yeah, just leave it. Don't touch anything else. You're the best, but man.
Sure you don't want me to switch headgear?
Yeah.
No? All right.
I don't know what's going on here.
All right, Richie.
Total mess. Yeah, so Toasty.
Are we going to get electrocuted, Richie?
Yes, Toasty
there's a good chance.
Toasty had told his caddy on number 8 playing the practice round, if I knock it in on 17, I'll jump in the water. He got to 17 and jumped in the water.
That was a terrific song. However, if you're worth your salt as my best friend in the whole world.
Oh, wow.
He wants some Nick stuff.
That
I better have a double bang ready.
He wants some Nick stuff.
Where's the double bang? I need the double bang.
We just talked this week. Nothing more exciting than a game-winning shot.
I need a double bang, E. I got Mike Breen. I got a double bang.
Yeah, your boy has been a little disappointing now, but with Brunson out, he's had to step up. Like, Bridge hadn't been what I thought he'd be. I thought he'd be a little more. Yeah, a little more prolific score.
They kind of got us. They kind of
refining yourself.
No, they kind of have to cede to Brunson.
I get it. Yeah, sure, that makes sense. And now that Brunson is out with injury,
somebody's got
stepped up yesterday.
We just want to. Anyone you can steal. We're
it's
on
tough.
the West Coast right now.
The Cavs and Celtics are really good.
Yeah,
it's a tough year. It'll be hard. You're going to have to beat both of them most likely.
I know.
Doesn't seem likely. It seems like the East seems like, no one outside of those two can win the East, it feels like.
I would probably
where in the West, I could argue 4 or 5 teams. As good as Oklahoma City is, and they had another nice win last night.
They beat the Celtics, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, the Knicks beat the Trailblazers. I want you to go back and look at the play. Did you see the play?
Yeah.
Tell me when Mikal Bridges didn't come around that screen, he didn't take 4 steps.
I know. I noticed that too. Yeah.
That was one of the great travels.
He was going to his left, right?
Yeah.
He was going.
He came around. He curled around the screen.
Same thing with Halliburton's winner yesterday.
And he said, "Oh gosh, I better bounce the ball once."
Yeah.
But he had gone like 3 or 4 steps.
I'm with you.
It was a
Hartstein gets it out to Anunoby. DiVincenzo a 3. Bang! Bang! Knicks take a 1-point lead.
He tried to cheat you there.
He cheated me.
He just gave you a bang bang.
DiVincenzo isn't on the team anymore. What's unacceptable? He tried to slide it by.
He tried to shortcut you there. He tried to shortcut you.
It's a fraud.
You need the Bridges game winner. Yeah, we can't be talking about the Bridges game winner here in the play-by-play of DiVincenzo having a big moment. Yeah.
That's against Philly last year in the playoffs. That's what that was.
Yeah, that's the wrong guys to try and sneak that by, E.T. That got by a lot of people. That ain't getting by here.
He tried to sneak one by. He's like, hell, I can't find it here. Take this one.
He's still crazy.
Hart gets it right back to Bridges. Bridges puts up a 3.
Double bang.
There you go.
Double bang.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Boy. That's our guy. That's more like I took apparently yesterday, it was in the early mid-afternoon, I reached a nap 30. And I woke about 30 minutes later, and I'd missed a call from me, and I had some texts, and I had a text from the Who Can You Count Ons, and those two are out here just, Who Can You Count On? Brought to eat double transfusion.
Double bang, bang.
I wish I'd have got the call because I assume you were probably standing there with him when you called me.
Yep. I was right there with him.
And by the time I was going to call him back, if someone's calling you from TBC, it don't do you no good to call him back 5 minutes later, much less a half hour.
Right.
They moved on, man. Swipe. You done got swiped at that point. But
yes.
Yeah, it's a fun day. They had fun the last couple of days. I think the Creator Class, for what it's worth, it worked from this standpoint. Those people that really are into it get a chance to meet some of the guys they watch. That's a big crowd. Any other funny money kind of stuff we've done here through the years hadn't had that kind of gallery.
Yeah, it's not my cup of tea. I'm with Rory.
Yeah, and that's fair.
It's fine. I don't know them, so it doesn't mean anything to me. The best part of it was the bad guy.
Yeah.
That was the best part of it.
That was the worst for me. See, here's the deal. You don't watch those guys to see that kind of golf. It's just kind of a mismatch. If you really, I follow guys that do more like golf trip shenanigans than, trying to save par to stay on the leaderboard.
Yeah.
They do that within each other.
I did notice when I was watching.
My guy Fat Perez had the highlight of the event.
I did notice when I was watching the youth that was around.
Yeah.
There was a lot of young people watching at out here.
Yeah.
So that was cool. So that's good, I guess. But
it's an offshoot of golf.
I was bored as hell watching.
That's fair.
And I flipped
back and forth.
I couldn't stand. Okay, and maybe this is the mark of me not being a good golfer. Okay, but if they sat there and they
Took too long.
killed we've been talking about pace of play.
Yeah, yeah.
And these jokers who
Yeah.
aren't good,
100%.
they're good,
You're
but they're
right.
not,
No,
right?
they're way out of line.
They're sitting there.
They're out of line. Yeah,
breakdowns
they're
and
out of
this.
line. They take
Go
way
hit
too
the
long.
ball.
Yeah. And by the way, if there are people coming to the game because of what you're doing, you're setting a terrible example. Y'all got to move along. You got to play faster.
It was 2+ hours.
It was terrible.
So
and by the way,
part I didn't
and it
like.
was done with this air. They almost have this air or aura if they're just like on the cusp of being pro level.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah.
I would not have finished. I would not have finished second to last in yesterday's Creators Classic. I'd say I could have turned. I say I could have shot it 5 over. I mean, these guys are.
Okay.
And but more than anything, Dan, would you let them have the flag football national championship on the Super Bowl field right before the game?
No.
No, I think the PGA Tour this was a big oversight. They've created you know what a narrative's going to be, Dan, in the next 3 days?
What?
It's going to be comparing the ratings of the YouTube gang against the Players Championship. And the tour created that. Now, maybe they want it. Maybe there's a genius there I don't understand. But this is not a win. There's no win in this to me for the tour.
Well,
and I just don't think that the YouTubers should be playing on the day before the tournament starts. If it's one divot a ball rolls in or one, ball mark or one, it just didn't make sense. It wasn't the place for it. Play this Creator Classic at every tournament that's not a major or to Players or World Golf.
That's fine, but then it doesn't have the allure. The whole allure
I
here
guess.
is 17 and getting to play that.
I guess.
That was fine. I mean, look, it was.
The PGA didn't build its brand one bit yesterday. Maybe they enhanced some of the YouTube brands. And the YouTube brands aren't in it to grow the game.
Well,
they're in it to grow their impact, to grow their bottom line. They're not trying to grow the game. They're capitalizing on golf. They may be growing it as an offshoot, but it's certainly not their goal. Good isn't doing what they're doing to grow the game.
Well,
they're doing it to grow their bankroll.
I asked my youngest son when he got home.
Yeah.
And he got home kind of late, but it was on. And he knew 4 or 5 of them.
That's
that
me.
He likes to watch.
I knew 4 or 5.
I know him. Oh, that's my guy. Go. He likes the Horvat guy, who I guess is pretty good. I go, well, what's his shtick? Like, they all have shticks.
Horvat doesn't really have one. He's just Beaver Cleaver.
But he's got also a company, too, right? So
a lot of them
golf
do.
Company.
They all have apparel and tie-ins. So, like, if I were, I would have done it different. But listen, I find myself, I see 2 sides here.
My man hit that one shot on 16. The guy who finished 29 over through 7 holes.
They couldn't find the ball.
He dug such a hole. He missed the ball, and he dug. It was like on a little in the rough on an upslope on 16. He was just going to punch it out. He missed it.
And it went back down.
It went deep into that thing, man.
Did you see where he drove it on that hole? Were you watching then? He hit a little iron about 100 yards over there to the left, like the front of the water.
Yeah.
Know your lane. He knows his role.
Now, I will say the other one dude,
Steele.
Yeah,
hit
he
that
had a
shot.
beautiful
shot. Beautiful shot. He said I
got lucky.
Yeah,
because
it carried.
Yeah, I don't think he was. I said, that's when it left the club. I said, that's in the water.
Yeah,
looked like it got right over it.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful.
And it still sat down. And it was running out. But
yes,
yeah. If you're really talking pure golf, the biggest surprise of the whole thing was Wesley Bryan just crapping the bed. He's a good golfer.
He's one, right?
He's won on tour. His last 9 he's won on PGA Tour.
He's won on PGA Tour.
In his last 9 PGA Tour starts, he's had 5 top 25s. He's a capable golfer. Right. So for him to shoot 6 or 7 over or whatever it was.
But anyway,
a bit embarrassing, I'm sure.
I did check it out, and I went in with you got to know the guys, so then you kind of
for sure.
I didn't know any of them, so I was like, oh, whatever.
And I should know these local guys.
Yeah,
Solly, and there's no laying up. It's a huge upset that there's no,
He made the final 3.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Congrats
Good for him. And he did it. I like that dude. He played my kind of golf.
Okay.
Laying up, just 2-putting, nothing spectacular, no birdies. He started, I think he may have doubled like the first hole.
Well, our Dreamfighters Homes poll question of the day, brought to you by our friends at Dreamfighters Homes, the official home builder of the PGA Tour, of the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Florida Gators. Lock into a 4.99% fixed interest rate right now. 15 different locations to serve you.
Okay. What's going on?
15 different locations to serve you.
15?
Thank you.
Okay.
Pick the winner at the Players based on the Vegas odds. And I took the top 4 guys. Scheffler, McIlroy, Obear, and Morikawa. You have Scotty Scheffler.
Sure do.
In your pool. Jeff, you have none of these guys.
All right, give me the 4 again. Who is going to win the players?
Scheffler, McIlroy, Obear, and Morikawa based on the odds of Vegas. Those are the top 4 favorites.
I would go.
I have 2 of these guys.
I would go Oberg. I would go Oberg, and maybe it's his time to win that.
He seems to be the popular pick amongst the golfing community.
Yeah, I don't trust it. Really, I don't really trust any of them.
Yeah. So anyway, Scotty's still the odds-on favorite with the people, too, with over 300 votes, 43%. Obear is second, 26%. Colin is third, 19%. Rory only gets 12% of the vote. You can go to dreamfighterhomes.com for all your home builder information.
You're on Colin Morikawa, stole the show, Rico Hoey, yesterday. He's welcome back anytime. That's our new guy.
Rico is cool.
Yeah, I picked Rico in the fantasy league. You bet I did.
Did you take Rico?
Yeah, you need one of those bottom guys. I'm going to put him down there. You bet I am. Let's go, Rico.
Come on, Rico.
He loves Colin Morikawa, talking about what a great ball striker he is. I don't know, Hick. It feels like after you give away a golf tournament down the stretch like he did last week, there's like 2 things can happen. You come back and prove something.
He didn't talk to the media afterwards, and he got some criticism for that, and he doubled down on it in his press conference this week. I don't necessarily agree with that either. So, and there's too many people on Morikawa. When that happens, usually you don't win out here. So it'll be interesting, though. It'll be fun. I can't wait. I'm glad they're starting. I'm ready for golf.
Hey, Dano.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Do you see your boy's Caddie hit the hole-in-one?
Yeah. Good omen.
Is this a sign?
It's first time the caddy and the closest to the pin has hit it in the hole.
Yeah, Morikawa caddy competition. 17 yesterday. There was a J-Fun, a young man out there, and a dreams come true young girl who gave me a cake pop, by the way, that was delicious.
Those are good.
Shout out Elsie. Elsie's dad's a big fan of the show, so shout out to the family and Liam with the J-Fun. But I'll say this, man, I do appreciate like JT and Max Homa came right up to him, talked to him, spent some time with him. It was very nice.
Good.
So good dudes, and that's always kind of a cool thing. And the Liam kid is a golfer, so he was digging like.
Well, I was going to say, it's even, and they do a good job of hitting those buttons sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like they know this one is a golfer and this would really hit. They know this guy's a real football fan and it would be Trevor or someone would really, really register. Just one quick Jaguars note, and we can get back onto it. But this sums up free agency for me. We started free agency with. I really hope the plan is to replace Christian Kirk with Cooper Kupp. And by 3 days later, I'm like, dang, I sure hope we can get Cooper Kupp. I don't want to overpay or do anything crazy. But now that seems like I don't know if it's a must get. I'm really worried about the receiver position. I will say this. I think I'm figuring out the Jags draft. I'm sure the rest of the league can. They're definitely taking Graham, number 5. Yeah. And they've got a couple of receivers. They feel like, oh, yeah, we're going to get this guy in round 3 and round 5. Yeah. I feel like that's coming too.
Yeah, I think so. And offensive lineman as well. And, we can talk about that next. We're up against it. But, there's a lot going on with the Jags. Evan Ingram and Mac Jones both find different places. Mac goes to San Francisco, where I think they've always liked him since he was at Alabama.
There was the rumor that they were trading up to get him.
Yeah, he was going to be the guy. So he'll get a backup role out there. And what he's done basically is now accepted his role. And God bless you. You're going to go make $4, $5, $6, $7 million a year. Have at it. Have at it for all you want.
Well, and people have questioned why NFL teams don't get better. They get better quarterbacks as if Trevor doesn't represent that. He damn well does represent that. The Jags have gotten better because they've gotten a better quarterback. They haven't won a Super Bowl yet. Yeah. But the point is that to kind of magnify what the Jags have in Trevor, even though it's not where we want to be yet, think about those other first-rounders. They're under their 3rd and 4th teams, dude.
I know.
Zach Wilson has gone off again. Well, Mac Jones off to his 3rd. Justin Fields off to his 3rd. These guys are their 3rd teams. And Trey Lance is on his 4th, 3rd or 4th.
A disaster.
So think about that. As much as Trevor's left to be desired for us to this point, at least we've got some stability. These other teams picking around us and in the first round, those quarterbacks now on to stops number 3, including Mac Jones.
This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, your radio highlight reel.
Caught for the touchdown.
1010XL, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Players' Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard update.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Players Championship update. This update is brought to you by Universal Roof and Contracting and TopDressing.com. The first round of the 2025 Players Championship begins today out at TPC Sawgrass, featuring a full field of 144 players. This is the largest field in golf that features all but 2 of the top 50 golfers in the world. A couple groups teeing off at 7:40 to start the day. On number 1 is Chad Ramey, C.T. Pan, and Vince Whaley. They're followed at 7:51 by Joel Dahman, Patrick Rogers, and Chan Kim. Starting on number 10 at 7:40, Arnold Palmer Invitational winner Russell Henley will begin his quest to win back-to-back tournaments alongside Shane Lowry and Victor Hovland. Keith Mitchell, Justin Lower, and Nikolai Hogard will follow on number 10 at 7:51. The marquee group of Rory McIlroy. I'm Tori Edwards. Okay. Scheffler became the first to defend a player's title last season. The marquee group of Rory McIlroy, Xander Schauffele, and 2-time reigning Players champion Scottie Scheffler will headline the afternoon wave. The top 3 players in the world and owners of 3 out of the last 5 Players championships will begin their tournaments at 1:29 on number 1. I'm Tori Edwards with your Players Championship update. It's 54 degrees at 7:10 with your update brought to you by Universal Roof and Contracting.
Jennifer Marion with Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville here to say hello, and we'd sure like to have your business.
You know what? They're going to love the king of price.
My dad believes in making great deals and having a great selection in stock.
Cadillac XT4s, XT5s, and XT6s, and Escalades.
The all-electric Cadillac Lyrics.
CT4s and CT5s.
Cadillac luxury and selection is just waiting for you.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Hi, I'm Karen, owner of Clay Solar Installation Partners, your local women-owned solar company. At Clay Solar, we're more than just panels and power. We're about people. We make the switch to clean energy simple, stress-free, and built to last. If you've had a bad experience with solar in the past, we can help. We specialize in dependable solutions and top-notch customer service, so you can finally enjoy the savings and sustainability you deserve. Schedule your free consultation at claysolar.com.
Call 904-500-COOL. Ideal Conditions.
Ideal Conditions Heating and Air Conditioning is your go-to for all AC repairs and replacements. Just gas your AC. For exceptional service, call 904-500-COOL or visit idealconditionsjacks.com to schedule your estimate today.
Call 904-500-COOL.
Honk if you see us. Call for service.
Ideal Conditions.
Idealconditionsjacks.com.
To catch more fish, you gotta think like a fish. Captain Kevin and the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show, reeled in by the Pest Pros at Royal Pest Services, and awaken 180 weight loss.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
When you're a little kid on the playground, they tell you don't hit back. Well, the courtroom isn't a playground. And if you've suffered an injury or death in your family, I'm here to tell you it's okay to hit back and fight to make them pay. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we understand all the pain and emotion that comes with being wrong. And we've dedicated our lives to making things right for people like you. So if you get hit back with Hastings Injury Law. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Don't miss the Players Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox deal on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. We got sports concepts and rationalizations. We're live out here at TPC Sawgrass. At the end of the drill, at the end, we like to hand out a prize pack. It's a popular one this week because if you like counting and you like birds, well, you're going to love this gift, aren't you?
Wow.
You absolutely are. I got a pair.
Like a tour.
I got a pair of tickets to see Counting Crows live at the St. Augustine Amphitheater. That's going down July 19th. Tickets are on sale to the public this Friday at 10 a.m. Visit AXS.com to purchase those tickets. But you can win those tickets at the end of the 10 minutes. You'll just holler at your boy.
There you go. At the end of the drill. All right, so NFL yesterday, a couple moves. Evan Ingram goes out to the Denver Broncos, gets a 2-year deal. So congrats to Evan Ingram. Mac Jones goes out to San Francisco. I saw DeMarcus Lawrence, who's been in Dallas for like 11 years.
That's the kind of free agency deal that would make you nervous. When you pay a guy, double-digit $1 million, he's already slowed down. He's already 31. You get in the last 2 or 3. They're not all Calais Campbell. They don't all have a second, half of their career. I mean, our guy Calais, man, he's still, if you look, he still cracks the top 15 of free agents available and stuff. Yeah. I mean, he can keep playing if he wants.
Yeah, he had a good year last year.
Yeah, decent.
Miami.
Ever since he left here, he would have been our third best rusher, maybe second, every single year.
Never should have let him go.
We mess up everything, man. I hope we're not messing up free agency. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
Again, these guys get the benefit of the doubt of putting their plan in and stacking the roster how they think it's going to win short and long term, not what we think.
Yeah.
And that's fair. That's just as we don't know, the process behind a lot of stuff that we enjoy.
Yeah. Yes.
So, I'm going to ask you guys a question. You're good basketball brains.
Yes.
What a beautiful sky this morning, Hick.
Beautiful out.
I mean, it's just lavender
I don't
and blue.
See,
it's just beautiful.
The key is,
golly, it's
I don't
beautiful.
see the wind. The trees
Oh, yeah.
at the top,
They're going to go low this morning. You've already predicted.
Yeah, 64.
Yeah,
wow. You'll get a 64
That's
today.
a really low score. 63 is the record, right? Or did we get a 62 a couple years ago? I think 63 is still the record.
Hoagie tied it. Couples had a 63 here.
Yeah, there's been a couple 63s through the years.
Norman may have had one.
Did
Hoagie go 62? He may have. I'm trying to remember. But I don't know.
Let's see. Who was the lowest round?
Yeah, Hoagie won 62.
Oh, yeah, 62. Yeah, I know it was a couple years ago they had one. The 63s, though, were ultimately matched by Dustin Johnson, Webb Simpson, Colton Nost. How is that even possible? I've seen him do some YouTube golf. He can't even hit the ball.
Shout out, Colt.
Look at Colton Nost.
I've enjoyed the
9 under 63.
I enjoy the on Golf Channel. I enjoy the Johnson Wagner bits where he goes out and challenges a different. And he's already gone, 6 has become a very popular talking point because of the tree.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, if you haven't seen the video of them moving the tree, I mean, from one place to the other, it took 2 attempts. The first attempt failed. And for them to get the tree in there. And what happened was they found a similar-looking tree back in the woods at 6, and then they dug it up, and it was an unbelievable
Lee Smith
endeavor.
told us that story out here at Media Day.
Yeah, it was an incredible endeavor. And so now the tree is back, and it's pretty cool. And so it'll be fun to watch these guys. But they don't see.
What was the challenge he did, or he was just telling about the
just
tree?
Showing how you know, and he showed this is 19 feet here. At the highest height, you get, I think, 28 feet. But they can all still hit driver. They just have to flight it low.
Yeah, and that's not a hole you need to hit driver. They'll all fine with it.
They're good at that. We're not.
Yeah, they can flight the ball for sure.
So, and they can take, so they take whatever club. But most of them are using driver 3 wood on that hole still.
Yeah, or 4-iron even. Yeah. That's not a long hole. And they can hit their iron so far and so high that it won't matter. And the golfers will be on the golf course and starting round 1 here in 12, 13 minutes.
Let me ask you something. At what time is it?
7:29.
I'm not going to name names. So it's 7:29, and the fans are coming out to watch the program.
Sure, and the volunteers.
Is that a shot, or is that like a little coffee, do you think?
It's probably a coffee. Yeah, I don't think it's Fireball.
I'm not naming names, but that looks like a little shot glass.
I'll name names. That's our man Jess, who's been volunteering out here for How many?
29.
29.
I'm about to say, hey, what's up, my boy? I'm going to come holler at you.
Yeah, you would have fun with Jess.
E.T. saying hi. Yeah. It is not Fireball. It's probably espresso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a little tiny shot glass.
Well, I mean, that's like you're mainlining. That's another upset. I've discovered there's a couple of upsets in my life right now that somehow I'm not with the no laying up. There's no, cross-pollination between me and those boys through the years.
Yeah.
And the second one is that I'm not an espresso drinker because I'm such a coffee drinker, such a caffeine drinker.
Yeah.
Those little shots are the thing now with the kids. Like energy.
Whack it.
They whack that down like it's. Here's a question for the text line. I know where. Like if I was given the choice, especially at this stage of my life, if I had to give up coffee or beer, it would. I couldn't. You wouldn't get the question. I'd answer the question before you got it out of your mouth.
Beer.
Yeah, I'd give up beer.
I can see that.
Now, this would be a tougher one. Coffee for the rest of your life or just alcohol at all? And that just means wine at an event or a cocktail at a cocktail hour or a couple of beers at a tailgate, right? I mean, it's totally gone for coffee. That'd be a tougher one. I might become Diet Coke drinker in the morning if that were the case.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. All right, now back to the basketball question I have for you two.
Yes.
Does this seem like a pretty relevant stat? Like if you ranked pretty high in this stat all time in the NBA, would it impress you?
Okay.
The list of players with games of at least 35 points and 10 assists.
That's a pretty good game. Yeah, you got to be proud about that.
It was Jordan, the names on the top of that list. I don't have them in front of me, but I think it's Jordan and LeBron are two of the top three.
Yeah, I know who's on that list. I know who's coming.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Trae Young.
Yeah, I want to ask a serious question. Trae Young has been. This was not this. It was a good guess, but the topic wasn't to pump up Trae Young. It was to question what stats really mean anymore in the NBA.
Yeah,
because
35 is a lot easier to get
than the 10
in this day and age. No, it's just 35 is like. When the final score is 89-82,
right,
and somebody scores 35 points,
that's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
Sure.
When the
That's
final
fair.
score is 129 to 124, it's not as big a deal.
Scoring is up, so these types of I think I don't want to be. I think it's Oscar Robertson, LeBron, and Michael Jordan. I think those are the top three in 35.
And how many roughly games do they have? Did you see the number?
That's what I'm going to look for right now.
It's triple digits, I'm sure, right? It's over 100. Yes.
I
was just curious.
No, I hear you. It's fair.
Yeah. Is Trae Young fourth?
He's fourth, though.
Fourth already?
Yeah.
So he could.
But my point, my point is, it's not just that he's fourth. He's been in the league.
Is he fourth is he fourth way behind him, or is he fourth he'll probably catch him one day?
I'm trying.
We've lost the graphic.
No, the graphic. This can't be right. This is giving me guys that aren't. There's another statistical category. I don't know what those other numbers are. We'll find them. We won't leave it hanging all afternoon. But just the point is that he is passed. There's a lot of great two-way threat players.
Yes.
That he's already passed.
Yes.
Like I could list for you 30 guys that I would think would have more 35-point tennis, only because Trae Young's been in the league for 10 minutes.
Is that an important stat?
That's what I'm asking.
I think it's a good game. I think it's a really good. If you score 35 and dish out 10 assists, then I think you're playing a great game. You're letting the game come to you because you're not being selfish. You're still dishing the ball if somebody's open, but yet you're shooting well enough that you know you have to score. So
and Trae Young is kind of taking on that role because the Hawks are down talent. They're not as talented on the floor as they've been, and they're winning. You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see their records next to the 35 and 10s.
Yeah. In other words, if they've done it 87 times, are you 77 and 10 when it happens, or are you 35 and 52 when it happens? I'd like to see that.
Give you an indication. Anthony Edwards in his career has 2 35-point 10 assist games.
Okay.
I mean, he hadn't been in the league that much longer, that much shorter than Trae Young.
Yeah.
Trae Young has 35. Trae Young's number is 30-something, I think.
30-something?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Hey, Jeff, another question that came in for you via Lauren Brooks. Would you give up golf or coffee? Which one would it be?
Oh, I give up coffee. Although, That bleeping river run and Wheel of Misfortune has stymied my back. I got something going on with my back that I've never had going on before, and that annoys the crap out of me. So at my age right now, maybe I should stick with the coffee. No, I don't want to give up golf. No
hey, Dan, did you hear Jeff's the wheel suggestion from this morning?
No.
Here's a good wheel payoff. You got to come out here at 5:30 in the morning, and you're dressed in your TPC clothes when it's 44 to 46 degrees, and this grass is completely covered with dew. It looks like it's rain.
Yes.
And you have to come out here, and you have to do an angel in the turf for 2 minutes, and then you have to stay in those clothes for the rest of the day out at Players.
Oh, Lordy.
First, you're going to freeze in the morning, wet and cold, and then you're going to have to walk around with grass stains on you, and you have to do – and the rule will be you do one loop. You go off of one fairway, and you walk all the way around to 18. Everybody gets to see you.
I saw a good bit they did.
All you do is say, I lost a bet. That's all I would do. I lost a bet.
I apologize for not knowing the video group that did this, but it was funny. So they took a guy, just some slappy, Bill Jones, and they dressed him in golf gear, like made him look like a golfer. And they had him walk around out here.
Okay.
And he signed dozens of autographs and selfies.
Just people think he's a golfer.
Yes.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yes. And so and then they put, we apologize if you have his autograph. But I mean, the kids were running up to him. I mean, and the funniest thing was he walked by some of the players and he'd go, hey, good luck, Cody. Like the Cody Gribble or whoever.
Yeah.
Lesser known golfers, and a few of them did do like double takes, like, who is that guy? Like, do I know that guy? And because he said it confidently, but it was a funny bit, and it was on. I was looking at it last night. It made me chuckle, but yeah, they apologized for it, but it was all over. It was good stuff. It was good stuff.
Trey Young is a bunch. I mean, I've only got through 2 years ago he had 45 already, 35 and 10. That's all. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, but you don't have the Jordan.
I'm looking.
LeBron.
That's what I'm looking for. I'm trying to read a game story where they reference it. It's hard to put that in and
We'll get that for you during the break.
Get like a leaderboard.
We're up against it. We'll take a break right now. E?
Yep.
What do we got?
I got a pair of tickets to Counting Crows live at the St. Augustine Amphitheater. That's going down July 9th. Tickets on sale to the public this Friday at 10 a.m. Make sure you visit AXS.com to purchase those tickets. But hit me up right now for your chance to win 904-641-1010.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
The Players Championship is the biggest PGA Tour event you can win.
If you can't make it to the Players, let 1010XL bring the Players to you with Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates. Teed up by Renewal by Anderson, Custom Windows and Doors.
The Deck Guys.
And Taco Lou, the Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard update.
With Tacos on 12. It's a beautiful morning out at TPC Sawgrass as round one begins today, featuring a full field of 144 players. Groups teeing off at 7:40 to start the day. On number 1 is Chad Ramey, CT Pan, and Vince Whaley. Starting on number 10, Arnold Palmer Invitational winner Russell Henley will begin his quest to win back-to-back tournaments alongside Shane Lowry and Victor Hovland. Two-time reigning Players champion Scotty Scheffler will headline the afternoon wave in a marquee group with Rory McIlroy and Xander Schauffele. These are the top 3 players in the world and winners of 3 out of the last 5 Players championships. They tee off at 129 on number 1. Scheffler became the first to defend a Players title last season, and he is one of just 7 players to win more than once at TPC Sawgrass. He's looking to add to break the record by accomplishing the first ever three-peat. I'm Tori Edwards with your Players Championship update. It's 54 degrees at 7:30. This update's brought to you by Taco Lou with Tacos on 12.
Do the Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
Tired of spending all day looking for a new truck? Then stop. At Garber Auto Mall, you can see every new American-made truck side by side. Chevy, GMC, Buick, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Visit us at GarberAutomall.com or in Green Cove Springs. And remember, at Garber Auto Mall, there's always a little room for wiggle.
Do the Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
Spring
is in the air. Time to wake up your lawn with Heroes Lawn Care. Say goodbye to pesky mosquitoes with their organic and spray treatments. Perfect for outdoor fun. Keep your lawn clean and fresh with their pet waste removal for homes and businesses. Heroes Lawn Care takes care of it all, from mowing, edging, fertilizer to irrigation and much more. Visit heroeslawncare.com.
Hello, I'm attorney Malcolm Anthony. Being charged with domestic violence can turn your life upside down. If you're in trouble, call me, Malcolm Anthony, at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
Hicken here for Bow 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowd is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. Currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bow 9. Visit Bow 9 Associates today. You'll experience the difference. Keeping the first coast focused. That's Bow 9 Associates.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
I'm Max Fink. Join me for the Gator Report on 1010XL as I break down the latest storylines in Gator Nation.
Put together by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators, 1010XL.
Go, Gator!
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Zero Res. Spring cleaning time, gang. Hey, listen, I've done it many times, and I'll tell you what, your house is going to smell fresh. It's going to look fresh. It's going to feel fresh. And right now, man, get one room Zero Resified for $53. You'll be glad you did. And don't forget to take care of your air ducts. They're like the lungs of your house, man. They'll get $100 off your air ducts right now as well. All you got to do is call Zero Res or go online, make your appointment, tell them Danny Boy sent you. You'll be glad you did. Zero Res, man. You spell it forward. Zero Res, you spell it backwards. Zero Res. Right way to clean.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Ahead, we build platforms for digital business. We help create your platform for digital business by weaving together advances in cloud infrastructure, intelligent operations, and modern applications. Digital business is comprised of 5 pillars. We call them imperatives because they're a must-have, not a nice-to-have. We enterprise cloud, integrated security, scaled DevOps, intelligent operations, and relentless automation. Need help with digital transformation? Ahead. Learn, grow, achieve.
I've been having knee problems for probably 6 months, and my knee was getting worse, and I had heard about Southeast Orthopedics on the radio, and I gave them a call. They got me right in. Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. It was painless, and it's been doing fantastic. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
Need or want cash? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn has cash available. Ready to buy guitars, surfboards, jewelry, firearms, tools, and especially gold. They need it all, selling or pawning. Get cash on the spot at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is not affiliated with the NFL or the Jacksonville Jaguars. Discussion regarding injuries is solely based on opinion. Coming up, the weekly Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Medical Report featuring Dr. Kevin Murphy, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, upper extremities, and arthroscopy of the shoulders and knees. Dr. Murphy is a nationally and internationally recognized orthopedic expert. He's a former orthopedic consultant to the White House and the Pentagon, and currently serves as head team physician for UNF, the Jacksonville Icemen, and Northeast Florida area high schools.
You know him, you love him. He's the legend.
That much is true.
We got a couple Murphys hanging out with us.
Well, you can't go wrong with a Murphy.
I mean, we got Murphys everywhere.
I think Dale Murphy's birthday, was either yesterday or today.
Was it?
So just Murphys are in the air.
All right. Always good to catch up with the Murphys. Where's Ronnie Murphy when you need him?
Probably coaching ball somewhere.
I doubt that.
Yeah, that's true. All right, let's let's go to Doc Murphy right now on the hotline. Let's go through some injuries out there in the old sporting world.
I got one for you, Doc.
Yeah.
Doc, how you doing, by the way?
Good morning, Doc.
Good. How are you, boys?
How's Players Week treating you?
Good. Yeah, no issues so far.
Good.
Doc, that's good to hear. I've got a slugger for the New York Yankees who has elbow problems on both elbows. They liken it to tennis elbow, but apparently the pain is he may miss the year if he opts for surgery. I think they're going to give him some PRP injections maybe to see if it can rally. I'm talking about Giancarlo Stanton. I don't know if he's going to even play this year, man. I mean, can that stuff get that painful, Doc?
Doc, how do performance enhancers affect your elbows in other news?
May affect other things, too. No way. If he misses the whole season with tennis elbow, it's something else. So, worst case, I mean, there is surgery. I've actually written papers on it, releasing the tendon to get rid of the pain for tennis elbow, but that's a long end of the road treatment. There's a lot of things in between that, as you discussed, PRP and a bunch of therapies to strengthen and stretch that out. You can do cortisone to make it go away short term. There's no way that would be a season-ending thing because it's a tendonitis or a tendinopathy, some bad tendon tissue. There's ways to get rid of that. It's not a year-long problem.
How in both arms, Doc? What's going on here? This guy's been in the league forever. What did he suddenly he got to an age where he shouldn't be doing those push-ups? I mean, how do both elbows go bad at the same time?
Yeah, and in a hitter like that, and golfers, racket people with both hands on the club or the bat, it would be on one side versus the other. It wouldn't be tennis elbows on the outside, the extensor side, and golfer's elbow typically is on the inside. So you usually get that on the lead arm. So it wouldn't be typically the same tennis elbow on both sides. So it's kind of an odd diagnosis. Usually treat it with therapy and stretching, maybe night splints to hold the wrist up to make the pain go away, cortisone injections, and at last case would be surgery to release the tendon. But even at that, that'd be you wouldn't do that necessarily. You can get through this without having surgery till the end of the season.
What does the surgery do, Doc? What would you do?
So,
how do you?
So it's a tendonitis, an inflammation of the tendon. At a point, if it stays inflamed for a real long period of time, the tendon tissue becomes bad, and then it's called a tendinopathy, where the tendon tissue is no good. And then you have to typically go in and remove the bad tendon tissue. Either you open it up, make an incision, and remove that and kind of scrape that bad tissue off, or through a scope, you can remove it. But either way, you remove the bad tendon tissue, it heals back down, hopefully all good. But that's more, it'd be a 12-week is the worst amount of time you'd be out.
Mm-hmm. Doc, the most talked about athlete in the history of Dr. Kevin Murphy's appearances on Thursday is in the news again. That would be your good friend Eldrick Tiger Woods, who now has ruptured his Achilles at the age of 49.
Doc, what are the chances he'll take longer to come back than E.T. did?
Dang.
Shots fired.
Dang.
Oh, no.
I ain't gonna lie, that was funny.
Two highly tuned athletes, Doc.
Yeah.
So, what do you, I
don't know how he did it. That's kind of an odd thing to do playing golf.
No, he said he was working out at home, I think, didn't he?
Well, he said,
who knows, step-ups or something? I don't know. Can't you do that slipping coming out of the shower or anything, can't you?
No, you can do it playing pickleball.
But it's usually a hyperflexion type thing where you really flex the foot up and overstretch the tendon.
Mm-hmm.
Or, basketball players stepping on somebody's foot and you overflex it. Or you just push off. And older people, it's just real tight, or you had a chronic inflammation in there, and then you push off real hard and it pops. So there's a number of ways to do it. Golfing wouldn't be one of those typically, but he had a problem with it. One of them, and I looked up in 2008, I think he had a tear. He never had surgery on it, but 2008, 2009 time frame. So he may have had issues with it before, but if it's torn, you fix it. I think he had surgery already, successful surgery, I heard, but meaning I guess he got out of the operating room alive. But so it's a matter, as ET knows, you got to rehab that thing. He's going to be in a boot, and then he's got to go through some rehab to get it going. But you may lose a little push off. For him, he's not.
It wouldn't seem to be a real good deflating to your golf game. I mean, as far as injuries go, it's not an explosion sport. I know there is certainly some. They teach the game today to kind of push up off the ground, so you might be using that Achilles.
But here's the point,
than in the past.
It's just another
delay.
What's going to happen to him.
Sure.
There's no more delays. It's just that's his.
Well,
body.
it's a delay from the standpoint that he would most likely play at Augusta this year, and that'd be 1 year less than the next time he tries to play it. So what's a realistic timeline to playing competitive golf, Doc? 6 months?
Yeah, that's probably the earliest, actually. Things will be healed in about 3, but as ET has found out, it takes a long time to get the push-off power back. It's probably more like 6 months to really be playing at a, professional high level.
And then in October,
maybe
we'll
more
hear
than that. Maybe even more like 9 months.
And then in October, we'll hear that he underwent another discectomy or whatever those things are called.
Well, I was about to say, you start walking funny with a boot, next thing you know, his back's hurting again. So,
oh boy,
that's tough.
Doc, if an untrained, out of shape, past middle-aged man decided without training to run the river run, plod his way through it, running about 6 and walking about 3, and 2 weeks later he finds that his lower back is hurting in a way that it's not hurt before. It's not like a twitch in your back where you maybe twist something getting out of bed in the morning. But it feels more like you can almost feel something swollen inside your back in some sort of way, to the point that he now would even worry 2 weeks later he'll be able to swing a golf club in this ever-important golf season. And so I'm just curious what could, if, say, some plodding, idiotic 9-miler did such a thing and found himself 2 weeks later really bothered by his back more and more consistently than he ever has in his life. Could it be something that he wakes up in a couple of days and he feels great again?
So probably needs some treatment. The big question is any nerve burning pain down the leg.
Maybe at the top of the hip. We're not going all the way down the leg though. It's making my at the end of the day, I'm kind of up over my left hip.
Doc, I'm going to jump in here. Sounds like hip replacement is in the offing.
Lop it off.
What do you
surprised to have you cut my legs off.
Got to shave that thing down a little bit.
All right. So anyway, second question. No, don't listen to this guy. Let's get down to cases.
So, if you have nerve pain going down your legs, that's a worrisome thing for a disc herniation. Doesn't
That's not
sound
it.
like that.
No.
Just standard, low back pain, very treatable with chiropractic treatments and therapy to get the muscles back where they should have been. So it sounds more muscular than anything. Hopefully this person didn't run the bridges downhill like I told them.
No. This person walked the bridge downhill, maybe slowly shuffled downhill. He did something like that. And so there's no way this person has like a big swollen disc at the bottom of his back and is headed for a life of inactivity.
No, it could be a swollen disc, but not a herniated one. So herniated meaning that tissue spit out and it's pushed on the nerve. You'd have pain going down
we're
your
not
leg.
there. It's not constant enough for that. Yeah.
If you get
Doc,
an MRI, this person's back, he'd probably have a bulging disc that's pushing on the nerve. And
How long does that take to go away?
Well, with some treatment, it'll go away pretty quickly. It may go away in a few weeks. So
What do you mean by, quote, treatment?
Come
What
on
does
in
that
and
mean?
let my man Van Rensburg get his meaty ham.
Oh, yes. I love Van Rensburg.
All right.
Van Torture.
Yeah,
he's the best.
I know. I've heard of him.
Oh, yeah.
His reputation precedes him.
Strongest hands I've ever felt.
Damn.
Oh, he'll make that go away in a minute.
Oh, God.
Is there any chance like maybe Mrs. P can learn how to do it on YouTube or something?
He'll make that go away in a slick minute.
He'll bring you to tears.
All right. Well, I didn't mean to bog y'all down there.
Tears
I
of
heard of a
joy.
guy that was experiencing some of those things. I said I'd ask.
Yeah, go see Van Rensburg. Doc, always well
Van
done.
Rensburg sounds like a medieval torture, like he lives in a castle.
Put you in a pretzel.
Oh, yeah, he's
Nobody
got some
better.
tools.
Nobody better.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
good for him.
All right, Doctor. We appreciate you, man.
Thank you, Doc.
All right, boys.
Doc's the best.
There he goes.
JackSportsDoc.com. There he goes. Doc Evan Murphy.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
SOS. Back with another Murph.
Oh,
Daniel
yeah.
Murphy.
Yeah.
Talk a little hardball. Talk a little Jags free agency. Talk a little TPC golf. Got all kinds of cool stuff happening out
We
there.
have former
It's a big
JU,
week.
former JU great Pete Clifford
That's
and
correct.
Daniel Murphy.
That's right. We got two of them
Yeah.
here.
So,
JU,
couple
just
players of the year.
icons of the seas.
Yeah.
These two. All right. We'll come back with more next. We're live. It is a custom tree surgeon Thursday. Hey, gang, that weather blows through, you end up with tree damage. Not anymore. Not with a quick call to my friends at Custom Tree Surgeons. Check them out online at CustomTreeSurgeons.com.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. She's never taken no for an answer.
You can't cook, you can't dance.
And that's why she's on Helmets and Heels.
You're a woman, right?
Mia O'Brien.
That makes me rather dangerous.
Noon to 2 weekdays on 1010XL. The Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard update.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Players Championship update, brought to you by Dermagnify Medical, Surgical, and Cosmetic Dermatology and Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet. Round 1 of the 2025 Players Championship is officially underway in TPC Sawgrass. The second couple of groups just teeing off at 7:51. On number 1 is Joel Dahman, Patrick Rogers, and Chan Kim. On number 10, Keith Mitchell, Justin Lower, and Nikolai Hogard are just getting started. Bo Hostler, Mark Hubbard, and Ben Silverman will follow on number 1 with tee time at 8:02. On number 10 will be Michael Kim, Alex Smalley, and Sam Stevens. The first groups to tee off at 7:50 include Chad Ramey, C.T. Pan, and Vince Whaley on number 1, and Russell Henley, Shane Lowry, and Victor Hovland on number 10. The Players' Championship is the largest field in golf that features 144 players and includes all but 2 of the top 50 golfers in the world. I'm Tori Edwards with your Players' Championship update, brought to you by Dermagnify Medical, Surgical, and Cosmetic Dermatology and Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet.
One thing that separates Beard's Diamonds from those other jewelry stores at the town center, no one's paid on commission.
Nobody at Beard's is on commission. That's more of your corporate stores that pay commission.
Beard's owner, John Lupo, says that means no pressure, no hidden agenda, no extra markups.
And you're getting a better deal. You're not paying the corporate commission. You're not paying the salesperson's commission. If they're paying your salespeople commission, you're starting off in the hole.
And that's why you feel like a number at most jewelry stores, because it's all about making the sale, but not at Beards.
Because it's a corporate atmosphere and they want to sell you what they want to sell you. We're here to sell you what you want. Our salespeople can do whatever they want to make sure that the customer is happy.
So relax. At Beards Diamonds, they have all the things you want, like quality education, selection, warranties, and none of the stuff you don't want, like pressure and tacked-on commissions.
Nobody's making an extra 5 or 10% on Beards customers.
Beards Diamonds, the town center's only locally owned jeweler.
We sell better merchandise, better product for less money, guaranteed.
Tired of drafty, noisy vinyl windows? It's time to say goodbye to vinyl. And hello to lasting comfort with Renewal by Andersen Windows and Doors. Our exclusive Fibrex windows are 2 times stronger than vinyl, more energy efficient, and custom built to fit your home perfectly. No more warping, no more cracking, just beautiful, durable windows that stand the test of time. Right now, get special financing or save big with limited time discounts. Call Renewal by Andersen today and say bye-bye vinyl. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com. Don't wait. Upgrade today. License number CGC 1527613.
Florida heat is no joke. Is your air conditioner ready for it? At Duck Duck Air Conditioning, we've got a crazy offer just for you. We're giving away free AC inspections to our wonderful customers who now call and schedule. One of our expert techs will come look at your AC unit and make recommendations to ensure it's running at peak performance. But you must act today. A deal this good won't last forever. Call 904-862-6769. Duck Duck Air Conditioning. DuckDuckAC.com. Any required repairs are not included in the inspection.
The 2025 NFL season is right around the corner, and the Jags are building something special. A fresh team, a new culture, and a stadium that's going to change the game. Be there to witness head coach Liam Cohen and the rest of the coaching crew in action by securing your season tickets today. Become a member to get access to exclusive experiences, VIP events, and more. Visit Jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We can't wait to see you at the bank this fall.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Yo, it's your main man E.T. here for Twin Peaks, which happens to be the best in the game, by the way, where your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights as well. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that's always coming through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late at night? Only at the main spot, Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every time. Dig in the hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge. And tell them E.T. sent you.
Hey, this is David with Royal Pest Services. The fact that we've been bundled up the past month gave us an idea. Let's bundle up also with our Centricon and Pest Control Bundle, starting at $349. Visit RoyalPestServices.com for your free inspection.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Don't miss the Players' Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com. When you hear Florida Gators baseball on 1010XL, it's brought to you by Renewal by Andersen, the official window and door replacement partner of the Florida Gators, and Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars.
Here's Linda Beaver.
It's a new year with new goals, but let's face it, not all resolutions are easy to keep. Maybe you promised yourself you'd eat healthier, but pizza still seems like a better idea. Or you said you'd read more, but your favorite show just launched a new season. At Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet, we can help you keep your New Year's resolution. We offer the biggest selection, best prices, and the easiest car buying experience. Let's make a resolution to visit Beaver Toyota or Beaver Chevrolet, where we'll wow you with a new ride for the new year.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Welcome to the Daniel Murphy Power Hour.
Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets.
That ball's well hit to right. I mean, really well hit to right. That ball is gone. Daniel Murphy has struck again. Daniel Murphy has homered for the 5th straight postseason game.
Presented by ITP Partners on 1010XL.
I don't know where you find these, E, but I enjoy them. Putt. We're hanging out here. Murph's here. The other Murph, Daniel Murphy. Brother of Johnny Murphy. How's Trinity doing?
They just left town. Oh, they're playing well. Only one loss in the season. Gainesville Buchholz.
Should have lost any.
They're down South Florida playing this weekend. I think they got 3 or 4 ball games.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, play IMG, I think.
Oh, okay.
It'll be.
What about, like, do they play Stoneman Douglas? They should play them. They're kind of a power down there.
Yeah, that's where Anthony Rizzo went to school, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys won, like, I don't know, they won, like, now they've since lost, but they had a streak of like 40, 50 games in a row. They won.
Really?
Yeah, very good baseball program.
That's wild.
What's going on, man? You got your Jags notes down? Here,
I
look
do.
At you.
I got contracts over here.
He's got
guaranteed
my man's
money.
got his little notebook here with
like
Jags notes.
I like transactions. So
yeah, I know you
do.
do.
NFL, they start popping them off.
How does
all
it
day.
differ from baseball? Like, do you like it? How do you because we used to have hot stove in baseball and everything, a flurry of activity, right? And now we don't have that as much anymore. But this with NFL was kind of cool. Like, that's how free agency does.
So the way like baseball works, they stretch it out over the whole offseason because you don't have a finite amount of money that you know you're going to spend with the cap. And so, you go, it just takes all year. But when in football, you pop off, you can see the trade market was moving with like some of these guards and, DK Metcalf gets traded.
Yeah.
And then free agency, once the legal tampering period opens, all these deals come down. And now it feels like everybody kind of takes a step back, and you've seen a couple one-year deals with Bosa, and there's still some.
I like that deal.
That's where we'll be out there on the.
I like that deal.
On the edge market. I think we signed a one-year deal for an edge player.
I don't get a lot of the guys on Twitter, and I don't get this part. Like, everybody likes to trade back and get extra picks in their little mock drafts and say, "Look at this." But to me, when you trade back, then you get a player you're supposed to get. Like, we're supposed to get the 5th best player in the draft, and if those quarterbacks go, maybe even the 2nd or 3rd best player with the 5th pick, I'd rather have that guy. And then, because I got 5 and 125 or whatever it is, right? I got 5 of those picks. I'm happy with where I'm at, unless it's just too good of a deal. But everybody likes to, well, I traded back and I built this up, and that's good and all, but then we don't get the guys who are supposed to be the best guys.
Yeah, I don't know football. It sounds like in this year that Carter, Hunter, and Graham have set themselves apart as the prospects.
It seems to me.
And then Cam Ward will go. Not that he's in that level necessarily as a prospect, but somebody's going to need the quarterback.
Yeah.
And I think that on the way in, I was talking with Pete that at 5 now, no matter what happens, if we ended up having Mason Graham there, we had a need there. Outside corner, if Hunter happens to be there. And then possibly tackle would be my last choice. I
wonder if they drafted Hunter at 5, if he was there. Let's say he's there, and let's say Mason Graham wasn't for whatever reason, although it looks like Mason Graham will be there. It's setting up that way. But I wonder if Hunter were there, could they make him more of a receiver and then use him in some defense? Now, that would change the receiving core. You want to talk about having, because then you got speed. I mean, I'm not that excited about De'Ami Brown just because he's been in the league 4 years. I get what they're going to, I know what they're going to try to do, and they'll run crosses with him because he's fast and get him open, and he'll help free up Brian Thomas Jr. because everything is going to run through Brian Thomas Jr. is what we're hearing. I mean, Liam Cohen has said that, but I think they also want to move him around too, like put him in the slot at times, get him outside at times. So I get that, but if you could add a guy like Travis Hunter on the wide receiver depth, then I can start to agree with Dan Orlovsky that no more excuses for Trevor. I mean, it's time. We've done all we can here. What can you do for us?
Yeah, with the signing of Brown, like it feels like he's going to be on the field a lot, but you don't love him as a 2. That's what this.
No.
Yeah, you don't want to see him as a 2.
I love him as like a 4. Like my 4th receiver. And we need Gabe Davis to come back and step up and play football for us and do everything he can to, be committed.
Yeah, just be productive. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
It's hopefully more productive this year, and he's had an off season to.
But his career is a 40 reception guy. Yeah. He's not like he hasn't very rarely, if ever, been. Catching 80 balls, And I get Brian Thomas Jr. He could, if he's as dynamic as he did, an outstanding rookie year. He has the potential to be one of the best receivers in the game. But I might even be intrigued with the tight end from Penn State, Tyler Warren. I'm not blown away by what we've done with the tight end room. Is it better losing Evan Ingram? And again, I get Liam Cohen saying with the thought process that. Well, Evan didn't really fit the offense. Yeah. We need blocking tight ends. That's who they went and signed. Yeah, obviously.
Which is so you could say it fits their scheme and what they want to do as an offense. I think you'd be hard pressed to say that the tight end room is better. Yeah. When Evan goes and gets 16.
The tight end room's not better. The receiver room's not better.
Gets $10 million guaranteed as well. Yeah. So now it may fit. It fits our system, and hopefully we'll be able to use those dollars in other places. But I don't think we could say the tight end room. We might say it at the end of the year. Yeah. We can't say it right now.
And that's hopeful. Like Brenton Strange, we got a lot of hope for.
Yeah.
And look, I also understand the Jags are a work in progress here. This is not a finished product. There's still some talk about Cooper Kupp, and maybe they get Cooper Kupp, and then you also, if you play devil's advocate, then you'll say, well, Gladstone was part of the Rams. The Rams clearly have changed their opinion of Cooper Kupp. So, how important is Cooper Kupp to this football team?
Well, I think that they've changed their opinion at $20 million. Opinions might change at like 10.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or 8 or 12.
Yeah.
And so
but it seems like there are suitors for Cooper Kupp.
Oh, without a doubt.
So
no such thing as a bad one-year deal.
So then the price goes up.
And that's what competitive bidding will do.
Yeah.
And so it feels like I was listening to Rick Ballou on his show, and we've got about $42 million in cap, and then if you do another 16 for the draft, there's about $25 million left.
Okay.
And so what Bosa signed $12.5 million. I'm just trying to get a feel for, like, we're in the edge market. We might be in the cornerback market still a little bit, or safety. But I think we've got at least probably 2 one-year deals left for us that we'll be able to go and spend some money on and try to add to our club. So, I don't think that nobody was willing to trade for Cooper's contract,
right?
Much less give up a player.
Which I get that.
Even in this year.
Once the word leaks out, it's awful difficult for a team to try to salvage something for you try to trade them. So that's a tough deal. That's
Jeff
a tough deal.
just brought me a coffee.
Did he?
I just said so.
What about poor Pete? You left poor Pete out there.
Good.
Probably been walking around with Daniel long enough to know that.
This is delicious. Yeah.
But anyway, you take it black?
Yeah.
That's good. Because you can't take it out if you put anything in there. Right, so it's one or the other.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Good call on your part.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll see. And then if you look real quick on the defensive side of the ball, a lot of work to be done over there.
I will give Pete my coffee if he wants it. Do you want it? You sure?
Look at you. What a guy.
Well, I would say that.
I mean, that's really you're a good person.
I mean, we didn't do any deal over 3 years.
Yeah.
That Gladstone and the guys didn't. And I don't think that of the 9, there might not be one guy that sees the last year of their deal.
Yeah. So they're set up to maneuver, right? They're set up nicely. So that's a positive part of it. But for the here and now, which is what we care about. I don't see.
You like some better players.
Yeah,
I get you.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of.
Well, to Hicken's point, this is fair to say this. We've talked about, are you better or worse at certain positions?
Yeah.
Well, it's not just that we need to be better; we need to be way better. We're 4-13.
Yeah.
We're not 10-7. Are we getting better? Are we going to go from 10-7?
We were talking about this in the break. Like, the Jags could go 7-10 with a blink with what they got right now. They lost 10 one-score games.
Well, and here's where this is what you hope. This is what you hold on to.
But that's not good enough.
Well, it was in Washington in a better division.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm just talking about Washington last year didn't have. They changed coaches. They got new eyeballs.
No. I'm saying a 7-10 record's not good.
Oh no. I guess my point is with 7-10 with this everything being the same.
Yeah.
You have a different coach. You have a different game plan. You have an offense that last year they did well, and up here we didn't.
Right.
So I think those, part of what they're relying on is themselves and their abilities.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like those the ones that making these decisions,
Oh, yeah.
and they have a lot better. Yeah. I will say the one thing that is undeniably true. They're not sitting down there like, oh gosh, we still got a long way to go. We got this. They're excited about what they've done. They think they're smart. They think they've done it the right way. And I will say, I think the offensive line today is better than it was before free agency started.
I would agree. Even more so because it's Cohen and it's exactly what they wanted. Even though the center was a backup in Tampa,
right? He
was with Liam, and so I do.
And we can talk about all the pieces we want with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Daniel Murphy's here with us, hanging out, by the way. Ultimately, and when we said we would get to this, it comes down to Trevor Lawrence.
Of course.
It comes down to Trevor Lawrence playing better football than he's played. And I heard Orlovsky yesterday say there are no more excuses, and he's had some tough deals down there, but it's time. He's too good of a talent to not play better. So the general consensus on Trevor is there's a lot more in there, and we need to see it. We need to see the year 2 second half stretch of Trevor, and we've had 4 years, so that's not good enough. We need that consistently where he can lift the.
And that's not an answer.
I always say go back to that Baltimore Ravens game that year where it was 4th and 8, and he's throwing an 18-yarder and moving the ball down. We're going for 2 and sticking it right to Zay Jones for the 2-point. Those are the plays we need from Trevor Lawrence.
And those aren't answers we're going to have in the middle of October. Those are going to be answers we find out a year or 2 from now, with some continuity. Because in fairness to. Again, I did say this, and it can come across as taking up for Trevor. I'll just point it out there from an objective standpoint of reality.
Uh-huh.
If you wrote a book on how teams ruin quarterbacks, he's going chapter by chapter. I mean, the dude's he's on his 4th coach, 4th coordinator, 3rd center. The O-line is consistently ranked bottom of the barrel. 2 years ago, we led the league in drops. I'm not saying that this absolved Trevor from anything, but these are all damning, support staff stats. I mean, they are. I mean, like most drop passes, that's not something you make up to make someone feel better. Those are stats, just like touchdowns and catches. And the Jags had the most in the league 2 years ago, the bad year. So, I mean, it doesn't change the overall, but I guess the difference isn't whether or not those things need to change, needs to play better. The difference lies in what people think that will naturally happen and what people are worried about that happening.
Yeah.
I think that naturally happens. I'm still there, but that doesn't mean I'm right.
We haven't done the best job of making a place here necessarily for Trevor to be successful, but he can play better and overcome some of it.
I know this. If we were sitting in Jacksonville and we have watched Baltimore for years, and what have we been saying about Baltimore and Lamar for years? At the receiver position. He's never had receivers. Ever. It's just one miss after the other. It's always average receivers. I mean, we made our playoff run. Let's think about this. We made our playoff run with Zay Jones, Marvin Jones, and Christian Kirk, dude. If you're sitting in another city and you're evaluating the receiving corps for everywhere around the league or playoff teams, we're going to be DAL.
Oh, dear.
I mean, that's not the case anymore.
Yeah.
We have a stud. We have hopefully a perennial All-Pro, Pro Bowl level player at receiver. That should make a difference moving forward, too, with this new coordination and coaching staff and everything else. So we'll see. Hopefully they're right. Hopefully the smarter guys, not just the sports fan in us and the opinions and passion that we have, but the guys who are supposedly the experts, the Basellis and Gladstones and Cohen, they all say Trevor's Super Bowl winning talent.
Oh, yeah.
They all say it. So hopefully they're right.
Yeah. Murph, let's shift gears real quick. I want to ask you about Juan Soto.
Yeah.
Did you see the social media? I'm only going to assume it was a Yankee fan.
Oh,
he's standing out in right field. Overrated! Overpaid! And Soto turns around and just looks at him and then comes up next time up, hits the ball right at him in right field. Out of here. The guy is flopping down, falls back in the dirt for trying to get the ball. It was a great moment for for somebody to do that. I mean, it was a terrific thing, but I guess,
spring training's cool for that because you can hear so much stuff in camp that you might not hear during the regular season.
Okay.
Yeah, because everybody voices will start bouncing off of those stadiums down there.
I hate spring training. I hate it because all that happens in spring training is guys get hurt.
Yeah, a lot of people are breaking right now.
I just see guys get hurt. It just drives me crazy. Lost him for 2 months. Okay, don't worry.
Mets, couple starting pitchers, the catcher, Garrett Cole.
A
couple Texas Rangers pitchers are getting looked at. And then Gill for the Yankees. Yeah, it's what is it?
Yankees have had a really bad
Yeah, well, you were talking about
stretch.
Stanton earlier with Doug Murphy.
Yeah.
He's I don't want to laugh at it, but that's... Well, it's just interesting when you have the whole off season and not do anything about it, and then you come here and it's like we may miss the whole year. You didn't see that coming in October.
Right. Where does it? Like, you're a superstar player and you're on a great team, and you leave and you go to another great team. You think, then suddenly you go and the other team you've gone to isn't so great. I'm just wondering, like, where you're max free. Do you get any? Or you got that cash money, you don't really care.
Got them dollars and
That's
years.
all about that?
Well, not all about that, but I mean, the Yankees as well too have only missed the postseason once in like the last.
I said he's going to a great team. They go into the postseason this year.
Yeah.
You're not losing Garrett Cole and Stanton and what did I miss? Who did they sign? Am I missing something?
Bellinger. They signed some guys.
Fried and Bellinger. Goldschmidt. They signed a hell of an all-star team from like 2015. That's a hell of a team. You're right. So I don't know. It feels like losing Cole, man. It's just the backbreaker.
I
mean, right?
You go and look at the innings and the work he's done. It
Yeah.
has been unreal.
Is this his third, Tommy John?
I think it's his first.
Oh, it is this? I thought he had it before.
His first.
Wow. I thought he had it before Houston. Oh, wow.
Which is really impressive because he's done a lot of good work, like over 200.
Oh, yeah, and he throws a lot of spin. I mean, that's amazing. That's his first one.
Yeah, somewhat with the Yankees.
Murph, they used to throw 275.
Yeah, Babe Ruth
300
had a
innings.
3-handle on his 300, which is why I think that Ruth ends up with more career innings pitched than Shohei Ohtani. You can check that out. That's my prediction.
We continue to go back and forth.
Ruth ends up with more innings pitched. With the Yankees, I think some of their hope is you move Judge off of center field into right, and so hopefully you defend better there. You get Jazz Chisholm over to second. He's supposed to be better there. But it does leave them with a hole at third base. That
I don't know why they won't trade for Arenado.
Money.
Is they're going, well, the Yankees should never be about money.
Because they draw the line at 2015. They don't want the 2012 All-Star team.
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
That'll
help
in
for
20 sure.
years. So he's owed 3. And I'm not saying that you're incorrect because they're about to get, 75% of Cole's $36 million. So they got $28 million coming to him for insurance. So
now, did the Yankees have the...
Let's do this. Let's take a timeout. Let's come back on, right?
Yeah.
It's the 10, isn't it, E? We're right late?
Yeah, we'll
Yeah, let's do that. Can you stick around one more segment?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll come back. We're going to talk to Moore's at the top, as we get to the end of the hour.
All
right, so let's do this. It's a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. Come back. We got more baseball talk, Jacks talk, golf talk. Players is underway. You'll get scoring updates each and every break, including now. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. There's a reason why people love to listen to play-by-play on the radio.
This is unbelievable what we're witnessing. I'm serious.
1010XL, Jacksonville's home for play-by-play. The Players' Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard update.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Players' Championship update, brought to you by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling and Heroes Lawn Care. Round 1 of the 2025 Players' Championship is underway in TPC Sawgrass. Daniel Lipsky tops the leaderboard so far with 1 under through 2 after starting on the back 9. He's followed by Michael Kim, who is 1 under through 1. CT Pan and Lanto Griffin are even par through 2, and lead Joel Dahman, Patrick Rogers, and Nikolai Hogard, who are even par through 1. Teeing off at 8:13 on number 1 is Rafael Campos, Davis Riley, and Gary Woodland. On the back 9, Maverick McNeely, Brian Harmon, and Tony Finau will get their start, followed by Justin Thomas, Ludwig Adberg, and Hideki Matsuyama at 8:24. Justin Thomas is one of 8 former Players champions participating, along with defending champion Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Siwoo Kim, Jason Day, Ricky Fowler, Matt Kuchar, and Adam Scott. Scheffler became the first to defend a Players title last season and is looking to break the record by accomplishing the first ever three-peat. I'm Tori Edwards with your Players Championship update, brought to you by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling and Heroes Lawn Care.
Hey, Jacksonville. You know what you get when you play a country song backwards. You get your wife back, your truck back, your dog, your SUV, and your job back. Well, at Garber Auto Mall, you don't have to play the country song backwards. We understand that bad things happen to good people, and we're here to help. With 8 all-American brands, Ford, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Chevy, Buick, GMC, and a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles in stock. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com.
Guys, your lawn's the home field. Now you can champion your St. Augustine grass. TopDressing.com just hit Jacksonville with a game-changing patented process. Aerate and transform your turf into a fairway-worthy masterpiece. Less water, shorter cuts, and the envy of every neighbor. No one else delivers a perfect 10 lawn like this. Visit TopDressing.com and dominate your block with the same process that golf courses use. Top dress your lawn like the pros with TopDressing.com.
Don't miss the Players' Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Hey, it's Adam from Counting Crows, and we were going to hire a typical Loud Radio guy to tell you about the summer's Complete Suites tour, but I wanted to just invite you myself. Guess I should. Old songs, new songs. We'll be joined by our friends, the Gaslight Anthem. It's a summer butter miracle. Come and hang with us. Okay, your turn now.
Saturday, July 19th, St. Augustine Amphitheater. Tickets on sale Friday at 10 a.m. at theamp.com.
One of the best things about being on the First Coast is standing at the center of the golf world. Yes, it is. Brunch with the Tour.
Tour news, tips, and inside info. Brought to you by
Clearwater Irrigation, 8:30 Tuesday morning on 1010XL.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Looking for adventure? Need a machine that works as hard as you do? CF Moto has you covered. At Ride Now Beach Boulevard, we've got CF Moto ATVs and UTVs built for any task, any trail, anytime. Tear up the dirt with the trail-tested C-Force ATV lineup or conquer through terrain with a Z-Force UTV. Find your CF Moto ride today at Ride Now Beach Boulevard or visit ridenowbeachboulevard.com. ATVs and UTVs are for riders 16 and older. They can be hazardous to operate. CF Moto recommends an improved safety training course.
Need the perfect spot to unwind with friends, family, or coworkers? Dart Bar on King Street. Darts, pool, air hockey, foosball, and more. Dart Bar has the games to keep the fun rolling, with 20 taps, 200 plus cans, and plenty of non-alcoholic options. Dart Bar has something for everyone. Plus, they host community events and leagues and can accommodate everything from company happy hours to milestone birthdays. Dart Bar is your go-to place for fun, drinks, and great times, no matter the occasion.
The experts at AMCO have been fixing cars for almost 60 years. Over that time, they've gotten more complex than ever. That's why our techs undergo rigorous training and certifications, so they can fix anything, including the most complicated repairs that come with some of the latest technologies. After 60 years, there's nothing we haven't seen or fixed. It's how we know cars inside and out.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the AMCO transmissions nearest you at amcojacksonville.com.
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. From complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at George Moore Chevrolet. And boy, I love those guys over at George Moore Chevrolet. From Justin Moore on down, treat you like family over there. Nothing but smiles and happiness and joy. They're trying to help you when you visit that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard. You will see what I am talking about. You know, I got my boy Blue. I love my Blue Silverado. But if you're in the market for a truck like me, a car, an SUV, electric, pre-owned, whatever it is you need, George Moore Chevrolet certainly has it. And by the way, go to morechevy.com before you head over there. That's more with an E because it's so easy to navigate. And you will find all the vehicles that they have to offer, sales, service, parts. It's all right there at George Moore, morechevy.com. Easy to navigate. George Moore Chevrolet gang together. Let's drive.
The Jacksonville Icemen are back at home this Friday and Saturday evening at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Join us Friday as the Icemen take on the Orlando Solar Bears for Wizards Night, presented by Florida Department of Health. Come out and wear your house colors. Then on Saturday, the Icemen close out their home set against the Savannah Ghost Pirates. Game time at 7. Tickets available on Ticketmaster or by calling 904-602-PUCK. Iceman Hockey is #Frozen Frenzy.
If you're heading to the Og or you're already part of the nation's oldest, don't forget to drop into Sunset Grill. For over 30 years, serving up great chowder, seafood, wings, and cold beer. Sunset Grill, somewhere on A1A, St. Augustine Beach.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
It's really one of the untold mysteries of the history of our program.
Untold mystery of the history of our program.
History's mysteries of the drill.
Yes.
It's how such a dumb show put on by two boobish,
time out.
Wrong prioritied.
Time out. You were at the upper echelon of your class in Puerto Rico.
I was valedictorian of a 27-person class.
Yes.
There is that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do have a little bit of intelligence.
Makes me a 4%er, I guess.
Yeah. Then there's me.
But the fact that we make our living talking about the dumbest, most inconsequential things, yet somehow through it all, the real brain trust, like the important people around Jacksonville in the listening area, seem to somehow find solace in it and in us.
They take pity.
It's like these big smart,
We're like they're younger,
genius people.
Put their arm around us.
Yeah, I guess it's like
going.
we're just like we're like the flatulence joke of the upper elite. I guess probably
That's
something
kind of
like
what we do.
I say that because we bring in like CEO of NEORIS, Dr. Larry Moss joins us every year. NEORIS is such an important, that's an important member of our community in a lot of ways. And so, Doc, it's good to see you again, and we're fine with you reminding everyone again here in the opening just how much you love the show.
Hey, thanks for teeing that up. I know we're getting ready for a real Mensa discussion.
Yeah.
Thought we'd get into something molecular this morning, Doc.
Are you intangible rich, Doc? That's what we need to know in our ecosystem here.
I brought you guys something today.
Okay.
So I know you were with Get Smart John yesterday.
Yes.
And I always like to bring you a little NEORIS trivia.
Okay, NEORIS trivia, Dan. NEORIS.
I like that.
So I'm going to start out with a softball. This is really easy.
Okay. All right.
What quality is necessary to win the Players' Championship and also necessary to solve the health crisis in America?
Quality to win the Players' Championship. You got to have
perseverance,
grit, determination. You got to be.
You have to have.
But also solving the health situation in America.
Just like is this a president category?
This is an easy one, by the way.
This the softball. He teed us up a softball. You have to have talent. You have to have determination.
Yeah.
You have to have passion.
All right, so here we go.
Damn it.
You got to have a well-rounded game.
A well-rounded game. Of course. That was my second guess.
Yeah.
Dang it. Okay.
So you can't just have one club in your bag.
No.
That's fair.
What we do in this country with $4.5 trillion a year, we spend it all on medical care. When most of the things that determine our health are things other than medical care, like safe housing and literacy and food security. And NEORIS is all about the health of every child in this nation. So we care about the kids who come to our hospital with desperate needs, but we've got something for everybody else as well. And we're committed to the health of the whole population.
And those aren't words. And I'm fortunate enough to take part in some events with Dr. Moss over the course of the year. I mean, tell us how that is going into action. In other words, helping children outside of when they show up with a health emergency need.
So At NEORIS, we like to say we're in the business of creating health, not just treating disease. So we don't think of our patients as just those sick kids who come to our doors needing medical care. Our patient is every child in the areas that we serve, and setting them on a trajectory for a healthy life, a strong workforce productivity, to be productive and happy members of society. That's what we're all about. For example, up in the Mid-Atlantic in the state of Delaware, we just made a historic agreement to do what's called the first pediatric global budget model in the country, where we're actually financially accountable for the health of every kid on the state that's on Medicaid.
Wow.
Dan, you've been to these charity events or otherwise where you get to hear from the success stories of people that's actually touched. And I know you've talked about it with the J Fund, and we've talked about it, and I've seen those with, the work that NEORIS has done through some of the things that I've done. And the players in NEORIS are good for each other, right? This is a good relationship, and this is time to speak. And it's not just the players, the brand; it's all these volunteers you see out here that are putting their time in. There's a lot that goes into this relationship and how important it is for these charity dollars to reach, important, impactful places, and NEORIS being one of them.
So NEORIS is in 6 states up and down the East Coast in 80 locations, but we're headquartered in Jacksonville. And just like the PGA, we're a nationally focused organization that's headquartered right here.
Right.
If you walk into our NEORIS facility in Jacksonville, you'll walk into the players' lobby.
Right.
A generous $2 million donation from the PGA Tour and the players.
Right.
Our Center for Cancer and Blood Disorders is named for the players as well. So they have been absolutely wonderful partners and friends, partners, and our neighbors.
All right, when you put away your business suit here this morning and you get to go out and enjoy the golf, who's your favorite golfer? Who do you follow? Well, who will you follow, or will you?
Well, my heart kind of bleeds for what happened to Colin last week.
Okay.
And
You and Dan are in the same boat then.
Let's go, Doc.
Dan's just strictly a betting angle, but nonetheless, you have a
cash out on
compatriot
Colin.
there.
I'm trying to use him for money, but
And let's remember his caddy aced.
Yes.
17.
Yes.
Okay, so
Good omen. Good omen.
I like that momentum.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Well, there you go. Colin Morikawa for the two of you.
Yeah.
I guess you just do the rest of the show, and I'll just head on out here after the break.
You'll go chase. Who did you choose? You don't even remember.
I don't remember. Hideki?
Hideki.
It's one of them.
I saw
Seb Straka, maybe? Did I go Seb Straka?
No one knows.
Yeah, no one knows. It's a mystery.
I know I got Colin and Rory.
Well, what do you
I
got,
don't know
Doc?
how I got him,
Huh?
but I got
Who's
him.
winning? Colin?
I'm going Colin.
Picking him too?
He's
Yeah.
got a strong game.
Yeah.
All right, I got one more for you guys.
Yeah.
It's a
We did so bad on the
little
first
bit
one.
harder. It's
All right.
Harder?
Yeah, bring it. Bring
It's
it.
a
Doc.
number. This is a number.
I'm calling
Okay.
my shot here. We're getting this.
Oh.
In a given year,
Uh-huh.
what percentage of kids in America need to go in the children's hospital?
Oh, that's a good question. In a given
Need,
year,
yeah, need is the key
that means-
word there.
that
Like
means something's happened.
Yeah. What is okay? That's a good question.
What would you say in the 20
teens? Yeah, I would
is it
think like
15
15 to 25. I
Okay,
would
so
think.
let's go.
But that's a lot. Now, again, what now? Can I? This is terrible. I'm going to pick apart the question now.
Right.
Are we talking about like with something serious?
In the hospital.
In the hospital.
In the hospital.
Well, I mean, I took my kids to the hospital when they, broke stuff.
That doesn't count.
Yeah,
You
that doesn't
gotta
count.
get
Right.
in the hospital.
Yeah, I'm going to go. Let's go 15. You think it's
let's go
higher?
15.
The 15.
15.
4/100ths of 1%.
That's it. That's great.
So the point is,
Thank you, EVP.
And eat.
so if we only focus on the kids in our hospital, which need us and will always be
Yes.
there for them, we're leaving 99.96%.
The guy make a point. Can the guy make a point,
Guy can
Dan?
make a point.
The guy made a point.
Yeah,
Now,
we
we'll
can't
end
do
on
that.
that. That's
We can't do that.
highbrow
Yeah,
stuff.
that was good.
Appreciate you so much.
Great to see you,
Great
Doc.
to see you
Oh,
again, Doc.
I know you got Albert Einstein coming on next.
We'll step away. We'll come back with more. You're listening to The Drill. It is a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. Live at the Players. We continue with scoring updates next.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
The world will be watching Ponte Vedra.
And the Scheffler victory train just keeps on rolling.
Get live Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates.
Teed up by Roundtree Sauce
Surfside Pools
and Performance Painting.
on 1010XL.
The Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard update.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Players Championship update, brought to you by the Deck Guys and Doorbell Farms Fresh Producer Delivery. Round 1 of the Players Championship is underway. At last look, So far topping the leaderboard is Daniel Lipsky with 2 under through 3 from the back 9. He's followed by Patrick Rogers with 1 under through 2. Then Michael Kim, Davis Riley, and Brian Harmon, who are 1 under through 1, with Kim and Harmon getting their start on number 10. Justin Thomas is just underway on the back 9 with Ludwig Oberg and Hideki Matsuyama. On number 1 is Joe Highsmith, Brian Campbell, and Matt McCarty. Justin Thomas is one of 8 former Players Champions participating, along with Rory McIlroy, Siwoo Kim, Jason Day, Ricky Fowler, Matt Kuchar, Adam Scott, and 2-time defending champion Scotty Scheffler. Scheffler became the first to defend a Players title last season and is looking to break the record by accomplishing the first ever three-peat. I'm Tori Edwards with your Players Championship update, brought to you by the Deck Guys and Doorbell Farms Fresh Producer Delivery.
Hey everybody, Jennifer Marion with Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville here to say hello, and we'd sure like to have your business.
You know what? They're going to love the king of price.
My dad believes in making great deals and having a great selection in stock.
Cadillac XT4s, XT5s, and XT6s, and Escalades.
The all-electric Cadillac Lyriq.
CT4s and CT5s.
Cadillac luxury and selection is just waiting for you.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Hey folks, Hicken here for Zero Res. You're going to want to beat the spring cleaning rush and call our cleaning heroes at Zero Res. This month, get one room Zero Resified starting at $53. Hey, and take $100 off your air duct cleaning. Don't forget about your air ducts. Your air ducts, sort of like the lungs of your home. If they're dirty, your indoor air quality suffers. Visit ZeroResJacksonville.com. Tell them Dan or 1010XL sent you. Spell it forwards or backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Hi, I'm Jeff Breyer, president of Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring.
And I'm Nikki Sema. My dad started in business when I was just 4 years old, and now we're 35 years and 20,000 satisfied customers in, and literally have a showroom in every neighborhood.
So whether you're looking to revitalize your home with new flooring or need more outdoor living space with a glass or screen enclosure, we've got you covered.
Visit our websites and don't forget to stop by our showrooms during our open house and cookout this Saturday from 10 to 3. Come see affordable luxury, experience the Lifetime difference, and receive additional open house discounts.
It's National Hookie Day, the first day of the Hoops Tournament. Watch the madness with 1010XL and enjoy madness specials all day long, starting with helmets and heels live from Hurricane Grill and Wings in San Marco. Then join XL Primetime at Twin Peaks on Atlantic Boulevard. The Frangie Show will be at the Dart Bar on King Street, and finish the day with Into the Night with Rick Ballou and Hacker After Dark at Mr. Chubby's Wings on the West Side. Now that's the way to celebrate hoops.
Oh my!
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On March 13, 2022, after a 40-day retirement, record-breaking quarterback Tom Brady announces he will play at least one more NFL season with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Multi-unit hair grafting is now available at IHRS and can give you 3 times more hair in one procedure over a traditional hair transplant.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
You can grow your hair back with this exclusive new procedure. Call for a free evaluation. Call IHRS 904-777-IHRS 777-IHRS 777-4477.
Hey, when it comes to insurance, I think we all think kind of the same way. Every now and then we'll look and go, gosh, that's a heavy monthly premium. And then we add it up in our head and we're like, man. Well, that's why if something happens and we need you, you need to be there. And that's what Craig and Chris Kaprowski do. They take this stuff seriously. This husband and wife team have teamed up to take care of all of our insurance needs. When I say take care of, I mean it. Something happens, you call the Kaprowskis, they jump on it immediately. They get you all the answers that you need, and they help you out. If they don't answer the phone, they call you right back. It's called customer service. Kaprowskis don't take it lightly. If it's homeowners, auto, flood, boat insurance, small business, the Kaprowskis will be there for you at your time of need. And I speak from experience. They've helped me. They've helped my son. They've helped my daughter many different times. Craig.Kaprowski at goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprowski, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I, goosehead.com, or call 478-8422, 478-8422. Get that insurance checkup and get it today.
Gun charges, drug charges. I'm attorney Malcolm Anthony, and I specialize in handling these types of felony cases. Stay out of trouble. But if you don't, call me at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4 4LAW.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Hey, Hicken and my friends at Beards Diamonds. In a world where chains seem to take over, it's awesome to have a locally owned retailer who's only focused on us here in Jacksonville. And in Jacksonville, we take care of our own, and at Beards, they're going to take care of you. That's how it works. It's unbelievable. All those jewelers in the town center, they're owned by big Wall Street companies, except Beards Diamonds. They're local, man, and they've been serving our area for more than 40 years. And if you do something for 40 years, you're dadgum good at it. And Beards run circles around the big chains. Massive diamond inventory, top bridal brands, strongest warranties, and most importantly, win on price every day. They don't have extra markups to please Wall Street or pay commission salespeople. In fact, Beards guarantees to beat any national chain store on price. That's right, they guarantee it. So don't buy anywhere until you get a second opinion at Beards. Beards Diamonds, they're so easy to find. They're at the St. John's Town Center. Go on in and say hi. You'll be glad you did.
The Edwin Watts Golf Hour will meet you at the green.
Blue skies, fresh cut grass, birds chirping.
The Edwin Watts Golf Hour.
Grip it and rip it.
Get tips, tour notes, and the latest gear Saturday mornings at 10 on 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
There's a reason I don't play Augusta, and the FedEx Cup passes me by.
Yeah?
I hit thin, I hit fat, and I got a high handicap. Yeah, I know the score never lies, but there's always that one shot.
What am I doing?
The one that fills you with joy. Yeah, straight down the middle. Yeah, I've solved the riddle, and I think I'm McIlroy.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Yes,
I don't
we
want to
do.
be McIlroy. You want to think you're Scheffler these days.
Yeah, yeah.
At
I
what point
want to
does-
think whoever gets the first, who gets the trophy, the crystal.
I feel like Rory is dodging some of the legacy criticism that has come after others.
How so?
Well, I mean, we're sitting here now. Rory ain't no kid. It's been 10, 12, 15 years he's been playing. What
Yeah.
are we sitting on the major tally?
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that enough?
Murph, is that
When's the
enough?
last time he won one?
About 40 some odd, 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years.
Maybe more than 10.
And just checking. Tiger's not in his prime, right? Like he was for Els and Mickelson and Singh and some of those guys that really had a challenge to go.
That
prove
U.S.
that-
Open last year hurt me.
I only say this because Rory, is it fair to say if you ask people who's been the best golfer in the world, sum total the last 15 years, would they not say Rory? He'd certainly get some.
Yeah.
Right?
No. Would not, no, he would get mentioned.
Who else? Who would get mentioned over him?
It's a good question.
You got to. I mean, again, I'm factoring
Over the
in
last 10 years?
Yeah.
That'd be Rory.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. Yeah, he should have. Yeah, he's been,
Probably should win more.
Well,
You know, win majors.
FedEx Cup champion.
4's more, I'd be honest.
He's won
I thought-
everything
I
but
thought
the
he had
majors.
3. Yeah, and he's won FedEx like more than once, twice or 3 times. He's the only one that's done that, too, I think. 3.
He's been. He's a great player.
Yeah.
They say this course. He won in 2019 here, but they say this course takes away some of his superpower because he can hit it farther than everybody else off the tee. But here you can't do that.
A little more target.
Did you see Tiger's suggestion for making the course more difficult?
No, what'd he say?
That was
Tiger once called 17 gimmicky.
It was fantastic.
Shook us all
He's
up.
right. He said, you know what? The hardest I've ever played this golf course is when I played the U.S. Amateur here in 1994. And he goes, you know why? They didn't grow the rough. You hit those balls, they go skirting into a palmetto bush. They go off into he said the rough anymore. It's not. It's an advantage. It makes it easier. You can hit as hard as you want. And your ball's not going to get lost or roll into a water.
Damn sure ain't for me.
So if you like shaved it down everywhere out here, and you didn't have all that, and then if you barely missed a green, the ball rolled 30 yards away rather than giving you a
get those flyers.
Because it used to for us, it's a lot harder to hit out of that thick rough.
Oh man,
not for them.
First off,
not for them.
For us, you can't find your ball when it disappears in the rough.
Yeah.
Secondly, you hit it and it just shoots out of there, or it chunks out of there. You're not sure how hard to swing at it.
No, I just nuke. I just try to hammer it, advance it forward.
Just try to get it going
out of the lettuce.
Just try to get it going, but it's I don't know. That's interesting that that would be his suggestion. Maybe try it one year, see what happens. Cut it all down.
Dry it out.
Let's see what the players can do. It's going to be great. I'm looking for someone to go low today, though. I want a 64. That's what I'm calling.
Huh? Yeah, I can't predict a 64, even with great conditions. But I mean, it could happen for sure. I mean, these guys they get better and better every year. Those approach shots get shorter and shorter every year because of the way they can.
Well, last year we had
Davis Riley's now your leader at 2 under par. So if you got Davis Riley, you're in luck.
I think last year we had 3 65s on the opening day. Is that what we said?
Brian Campbell has birdied his first hole. Brian Harmon has a birdie on the first hole. It always starts like this. So there'll be some joker goes out 4 or 5 under on his front 9, and then he comes back a little bit. But the big names aren't out there yet. I think Oberg should be on his first hole or two, right? Yeah, he's played 1 hole. He parred it. He's playing with Matsuyama and Justin Thomas. So that would be the popular group out there right now. They went off of number 10. They all 3 parred the first
Murph,
hole.
did you watch any of the Creator Classic yesterday? You watched the YouTube guys. It's kind of an interesting topic around these parts, and I'm curious, are you into that at all?
I didn't catch any of it.
Do you know those guys? Do you ever watch any of those guys?
A little bit. I catch clips on the X, and their names tickle me to death.
Yeah.
You know what? He hit on something right there. And there's also that difference. There's one in the recognition of they'll appear on your YouTube shorts or your TikTok or your Instagram short. Boom. That's a little different than actually watching their whole – because what they give you is the one crazy moment that happened inside of a 30, 45-hour-long video.
Okay.
A lot of what they do is just competition-based setup. Sometimes it's goofy. You got to do a shot a hole and shoot whatever number. Sometimes it's competitive. They'll play against each other. But they make it fun. And I like the ones, though. I'm a Bob Does Sports guy, and that's the guy, Fat Perez, who – that, by the way, was really close. Has anyone transposed the better than most putt?
Very similar.
It looks really.
Made a putt on 17 yesterday. It was very similar to Tiger's.
And he didn't play good yesterday, but he ended with the highlight of the event.
He has a nice swing, though.
Yeah, I like
good tempo swing.
His group. It's him. It's Bob Does Sports, the Robbie Berger, and then they got this guy Joey Colcutt, whatever. They're my favorite because they're just guys out. Fat Perez is a good golfer, scratch golfer. The other two are just guys, and they go out and they try and set up competitions they can do, and they have fun and. It is what it is. Although I understand that Bob Does Sports has been teeing off on Jacksonville this week, and I'm not happy with that. Don't make me bow up with him.
What do you mean?
Just, I don't know, complaining about something. They ran into I got to say this. If you're complaining about a sushi burrito, you got to look in the mirror. If you order a sushi burrito, you're begging for problems. I mean, there are a lot of things that are good. Burritos are good, and
that's
sushi
not going to come out well.
But a sushi burrito is just that's you deserve to have a bad experience if you even order that. And I don't know what restaurant in town offers a sushi burrito. I would maybe recommend they take it off the menu. But anyway, he had a big post on
one of the young ladies played pretty well yesterday, I thought, too.
She tanked at the end, but yeah, she did.
I didn't.
She gave it all. She made an 8 on a hole, and it cost her. But she came back. You're talking about the one who she was a late ad. Not the Gabby, not the young girl, the other lady.
No.
She was in that first group that went
Gosh, they were slow.
That Gabby Golf girl is interminably slow. That's the worst of YouTube golf, social media golf, is Gabby Golf girl. As far as what they bring to the table, as far as the disconnect from me. Yeah. There's a bunch of young people I'm sure love her and follow her, and I'm fine. I admit that.
Uh-huh.
I fall in line more with those older dudes chugging beers and trying to shoot a score.
Okay.
Not primping for TikTok and watch me hit this flop.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's just me.
It was just interesting. Do you have a favorite golfer? Do you have one who stands out to you? Do you have who are you going to go follow today?
Yeah, I think we just passed Jordan Spieth.
Okay.
He was walking to 10.
Okay.
Wolf wandered
Go
around.
check him out.
Yeah. I like that. I like Jordan. And,
Jordan will give you some good dialogue on the course, that's for sure.
Because we were, Victor Hovland was teeing off while Pete and I were getting a bagel.
What happened to him?
There. That's what we were talking about. What Pete said he goes with his short game. You know what I mean? So
Man.
Who?
Victor Hovland.
Yeah, I know.
So I wouldn't mind going and seeing Jordan, create a little bit around the greens because he's pretty massive.
Man, that's another guy. Gosh, he's just disappeared. Jordan Spieth hasn't won anything in years. How does it happen? Spieth was positioned
families,
there.
I don't know.
Tiger got married and had a family.
Yeah, well.
Kept on being single, but he kept winning.
Because, and we've said this before, but nobody was more obsessed with the history with winning than Tiger Woods. Other guys have lives, and listen, they make a lot of money.
No, listen, I will say this. This is fair.
You got to find that inner motivation.
Tiger came up with it where legacy was still your number one goal, that competitive legacy, your place in golf history. And if Liv and the whole split showed us anything, is that the golf is about one thing these days with these guys coming up for 99.9% of them, money. That's the number one indicator, motivator for just about all of these guys. And don't go giving Rory and Scotty and the guys who stayed too much credit. They stayed behind and took $40, $50, $60 million from the tour in those years since the Liv split, and money they wouldn't have even been paid by the Liv had they gone. So the top, the upper crust, the elite of the golf world, they came out great through all this. It has trickled down to, those guys who can at least keep their card. But there's some losers in all this too. Field shrinking and those guys trying to make their way up, get stepped on a little bit. But that's not who we want to watch anyway.
You say the fields are shrinking, which they are.
Yeah.
And yet we've had some great stories of the Highsmiths and the Campbells.
And those are in the non-shrinking fields.
Yeah, win on
both
the
of
tour.
them. Those are the non-shrinking big boys that don't bother showing up because they don't have to, and their billions or their millions.
Well, let's also say this now, as far as not showing up, it's been that way for a long, long time. Tiger Woods plays 20 tournaments a year.
Yeah. Jack did too.
Yeah. You always wait to see what 20 he's playing. So
yeah.
That's kind of
fair.
Kind of the way it goes.
But it had none of their decisions. So Jack and Tiger never made a decision, at least publicly and not an important one, based on money.
Yeah.
These guys show up. What 20 to when Jack and Tiger showed up for their 20, they all paid the same. Nothing.
Murph, I need you to jump in here and defend the athlete.
For what? Taking money?
Yeah.
I think that it just ends up. I think that what Jeff is talking about as well, I agree that it's just not as much of an incentive. Like part of you get out and hustle the circuit is because you want your legacy, but you got to make a living around these parts as well too.
That's right.
And so now
you have one good year on tour now, you can literally manage your money right and retire. Jack Nicklaus a joke. I mean, we know now. A guy will win as much in a tournament as Nicklaus won in his career. I don't know what the numbers are, but they are that disparate. Now, look, don't cry for Jack Nicklaus, Arnold Palmer, Lee Trevino, Gary Player. Those guys were all big enough legacies that they're, billionaires by the time they're done.
Sure.
But and again, this is just the feel I get. I feel like back then, they would puncture your tires to get an advantage to win on the golf course, and now I feel like they'll puncture your tires to get an advantage to make more money than you.
Yeah.
And the Liv did that. They bared their greedy soul when the whole Liv thing came out with the nonsense that they spoke and the excuses they made up, and it all just came clear there. And again, I played this yesterday. You can play the old game of not enough, or too much. Mm-hmm. You can do it in a lot of things, like statistically or salary wise. But you're just, if you go to Joe Public and you tell him what the average income is for a professional golfer, and you say not enough or too much salaries for what they do, the impact they make. Pro golfers make way too much money. They're irrelevant outside of their upper crust golf fans. Nobody knows who they are. They don't. You go to an NBA arena and show them a picture of Jordan Spieth and ask them who he is, and tell me how many can tell you.
I'll say this: that the PGA Tour is not a sustainable model right now in terms of they're going to have financial issues. They've had to reach out to the Steve Cohens of the world to get an influx of money to keep it going. It's not sustainable because golf ultimately is a niche sport. When you take I looked recently, I was teaching this in the class, but the king of sport is football, right? In America, it's football, and then and it got what's your favorite sport type polls. 41%. Baseball's still relatively high. Golf's 1%.
Yeah.
It's 1%.
Yeah.
I mean,
Smaller
there's about
percentage,
8 to 12 professional sports fighting for. They're all at that
Like
1%
that
mark.
share.
Yeah, they're all fighting for that money, man. The money that they pay out here is more like NFL type money or MLB type money. It's not NBA type money. Not sustainable. No chance. And the Live Tour, you can now. They have so much money it doesn't matter, but they have lost billions of dollars.
A ton of money.
Billions.
The sushi burrito fans are just coming at me left and right. Y'all do you. Enjoy a sushi burrito today. I'll take a pass. Yeah.
I've never had. I don't.
My thing is, if you're ordering a sushi burrito, you better damn well know you love sushi burritos because that does not sound good to me.
How about this? If the guy's ripping Jacksonville, how about we just go kick his ass?
Okay.
I don't care who he is.
Yeah.
Some YouTube
That's
guy
fine.
coming
Whatever,
in here
dude.
ripping my city.
I don't know if he's. I don't know the extent of everything, but yeah.
All right. Well, that's what you said.
I know. That's what they're saying on the
fired me
text
up.
line. You're the social media guy. Go figure it out.
I don't know who those guys are.
Well,
though.
there you go.
Nor do I
then
care.
You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Who was it?
Huh?
Who was it?
Bob Does Sports.
Is it Bob?
It was Bob who made the. I haven't seen it,
okay.
so I don't know. I'm just going by what they're saying.
Well, you're throwing things out there. I didn't know.
I'm saying what they're saying, that he was quote ripping, which means he probably said something that was one thing that wasn't
to
nice.
the man who when we had the Super Bowl come through here, we
I'm
threatened those guys.
I'm not fighting over
TV.
I'm not doing it over a sushi burrito review.
You
Something
rip our city.
I would agree with.
We'll kick your ass.
Okay, they came in and said we're all Waffle House. That's not the same as saying sushi burritos suck. I'm on board.
That's not what you said. If you play back your comments,
Yes,
your
I know.
comments were the fact that they were ripping this guy.
He was that
ripping
again.
our
I
city.
shouldn't have taken the cue from that. I haven't heard or seen it because, as you know, I'm not on Twitter.
Now you're backtracking.
I guess I didn't know it was going to come World War III because your anti-YouTube sentiment has got you now picking
I'm
fights.
not anti-YouTube.
Yeah, you're kind of using it as a little bit of arsenal to pick a fight, to drive a wedge,
9 o'clock nasty.
to dismiss.
You ready,
the
Murph?
YouTubers.
You ready to get nasty?
Get nasty.
All right. Let's
Oh
do it.
boy,
the
are you
drill.
sure? It's Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
It seems to me that what you folks need is a hero.
Yeah?
I happen to be a hero.
And who are you? 1010XL.
We need a professional hero, not an amateur.
The Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard update.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Players Championship update, brought to you by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling and Campione Law. It's a beautiful day in TPC Sawgrass. It's 56 degrees at 9 o'clock as round one of the Players Championship is officially underway. At last look, so far topping the leaderboard is Sam Stevens, who's 2 under through 3. After him is Davis Riley, who's 2 under through 2. He's followed by Patrick Rogers, who birdied through 3. Then Bo Hostler, Michael Kim, Alex Smalley, and Sam Stevens at 1 under through 2. Brian Harmon, Brian Campbell, and Patton Kazir are 1 under through 1. Justin Thomas is just underway on the back 9 with Ludwig Oberg and Hideki Matsuyama. Thomas is one of 8 former Players champions participating, along with Rory McIlroy, Siwoo Kim, Jason Day, Ricky Fowler, Matt Kuchar, Adam Scott, and 2-time defending champion Scotty Scheffler. PGA officials announced that Saturday tickets are sold out. A limited number of tickets remain for Thursday and Sunday, available at theplayers.com/tickets. I'm Tori Edwards with your Players Championship update, brought to you by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling and Campione Law.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnik Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnik's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnik. For 3 generations, Nimnik has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnikBuickGMC.com today to learn more, or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, maybe even your kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. Don't let divorce take more than it has to.
Offices in Jacksonville. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Rick Julius, licensed in Pennsylvania only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Plumbing problem? AC acting up? Septic tank trouble? Don't waste time calling 3 different companies. Just call Duck Duck Rooter. We offer plumbing, septic, and air conditioning services. Call 904-862-6769.
What's good, folks? E.T. here, and spring in Clay County means one thing and one thing only. The award-winning Clay County Fair. It's more than just rides and concerts. It's an experience. Savor the flavors of classic treats. Explore family-friendly attractions and enjoy the perfect mix of small-town charm and big-time fun. Plan your trip with Explore Clay County Tourism and turn your visit into a getaway. Find the best places to stay, eat, and explore at exploreclay.com. And don't forget to share your fair experiences with hashtag ExploreClay.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple of years ago. When it's smooth as silk, Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. Was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
The restaurant of the day is the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill. Get a Greek Feast family combo meal tray with chicken skewers, gyro meat, gulmades, and more. Feed 4 to 6 people for just $49.95. Feed 8 to 10 for just $99.95. The Great Greek Mediterranean Grill.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I only like to recommend the best, which is why I'm proud to say that I chose Pella Windows and Doors for my own home. And now's a great time to upgrade your home with 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years of interest-free payments on the best windows and doors in the business. Don't wait. Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or visit their showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. For quality you can trust and savings you can't miss, that's Pella Windows and Doors.
Youth sports at the YMCA's focus on teamwork, discipline, and building confidence. Our experienced coaches can create a positive and supportive environment where your kids can grow, stay active, and develop a love for sports. Sports like basketball, volleyball, swimming, gymnastics, and even elite skills training. Join the fun and register. Give your kids the chance to be a part of something special. Visit fcymca.org to learn all about youth sports at the Y.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
My name is Joanne. I'm 75 years old, and I have lost 35 pounds on Awaken 180 weight loss. I was pre-diabetic. I was ready to go on cholesterol medication. My blood pressure was up even on medication. Now I have no need for cholesterol medication. My blood sugar is fine, and I actually am cutting down on my blood pressure medicine. I have knee replacements and hip replacements, and I had difficulty walking, and now I can walk without any problem. I feel lighter. I feel more energetic. It is a lifestyle that will help you to lose weight without medication.
Thanks, Joanne. Matt Hayes here. Stories like Joanne's are the reason I continue to share the Awaken 180 message. The results speak for themselves, and I'm confident you'll have the same success if you let them show you how. Do what Joanne did, what I did, and what over 24,000 others have done, and choose the solution for weight loss. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. You're listening to the Daniel Murphy Power Hour, presented by ITP Partners on 1010XL.
We are back.
We're back
on the it's Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
In the break was good material.
Yeah, it often is. If we did a podcast overheard in the break, it would be a terrific podcast, but it would be the last day of our over-the-air radio career. So there's some fine lines to negotiate through there.
Got a River City Rumble baseball this weekend.
Do we?
At UNF.
All right. Where are we at this week?
At in your house over there on campus, UNF campus.
All right.
So we'll see if the
Swoop Nation.
I don't know about all that.
Oh,
try to stick our dorsal fin.
Guys, I don't. Let me ask Daniel, not Dan.
What
Daniel, as a baseball lifer, as a professional baseball man, how would you rate the Braves' management of their franchise in the last? We'll just go 10 years.
I'd say
what kind of franchise? Are they an A+ franchise, an A franchise? How would you rate the Braves? Just from the model, from the way they do business, from the success, just everything included. Where would the Braves be like as a graded franchise?
It's probably starting in 2018 because that was the year that we opened up in Atlanta with the Nats and things were different for Atlanta. Starting in 18, it felt like So
they had about 3 years there where they completely rebooted.
Yeah, but I mean, you have a championship. You've been in the postseason, I feel like, every year.
You feel good about the GM?
Yeah.
Like what he does?
I like the idea. What he does is kind of something what I wanted to see if the Jaguars would do is he will go and get find contracts that like other teams aren't ecstatic about, like when he got Manny Gonzalez and Jared Kelenic last year. So I was hoping that I was wondering if the Jags might be drinks.
Thank you, sir.
Diet Coke.
Thank you, friend.
Thank you. Who can you count on? They've shown up. They've crashed the party here.
Oh, man. Working. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, is that my boy Keith Catlin?
That's Keith Catlin.
That's him. Yeah. Keith has a mustache that makes him look like a 1970s beat cop.
It's
he
almost
looks like he should be a beat
It's
cop.
almost like the
70s.
defensive coordinator.
That is an all-pro. That's a Hall of Fame mustache right there.
I think it's a little Stadler-esque.
It's Hall of Fame, dude.
Well, not that way. Not that way. Just
he took that as a gut shot.
No gut shot.
No
gut
gut
shot.
was.
By the way, Pross, just to pass on, Hideki-san with a double on 11. Your guy.
He'll probably make a couple.
Little 7 right there.
11's not a good hole to make a double, by the way. He must have dumped it in the water.
Obear and JT both birdied it.
Is that
Yes, sir.
Do you have Obear?
No, you have Hideki-san.
I don't know who I have.
Thank you for the diet.
You got Sepp Straka and Hideki Matsuyama.
My guys, look at him. Where y'all headed? Omelets. These are the big wigs.
The infamous.
These are big boys right here, out and about in the Jacksonville.
Heavy
business.
hitters?
Heavy hitters, man. You get names like Catlin and Dick Ben involved. Stuff's getting serious, you know?
I like that.
It's about to happen. Look at them. There they go. They just dropped off. This is probably a drink, isn't it?
That's
right?
a lemonade.
Feels like there's booze in this one.
Daniel had some. And by the way, I know what color that's supposed to be. It might have a lot of said booze in it. Yeah, that's supposed to be deep purple there. I got some sort of peach-looking concoction.
Looks watered down.
By the way, this is what the Players is all about. So that's why this radio segment has evolved the way it has, because that's what it's all about. All right, back to the Braves and what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Is this at what point do we get negligent in this running this Orlando Arcia out to shortstop? How many, and I know he's a good defender, but, Arcia took over for Swanson, and he had a heck of a first half of that first year, and he has been dreadful. I mean, he has to be bottom 5 offensive shortstops in the league since. It's an important position still, isn't it, shortstop? It seems to have waned a little bit from the heyday there.
Yeah.
But are you surprised that they don't make a move at short? I guess is what I'm saying. I'm shocked now at this point that some sort of move, even if it means playing a prospect at this point.
No, I'm not surprised because of how good he is defensively, and you still
is he that good?
Yeah, it's just such a hard position to play, and defensively in the middle is where you want your best defender. So, and you can look and when the rest of the ball club is healthy, you can afford to not be as offensive at shortstop when Riley and Olsen and hopefully when Acuna gets back and Michael Harris. So, I'm curious at the catcher position right now with Murphy. Do you think they go with the prospect to start, or they got an addition they're going to make? I
don't know why they wouldn't play Drake Baldwin, but I don't understand the baseball management. I don't understand sometimes the logic between where they put guys at certain times depending on need. I mean, look, if he comes up and he's not ready, so what? What have you lost?
So what they would
Chadwick Trump, I think, will be the
That would-
opening day catcher,
So
and
what-
I'm going to play Drake Baldwin if it's me.
Because whoever the two backups are, Chadwick Trump and the other one is, you risk losing one of those players most likely by taking the prospect with you. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't do it, but you would expose them to another organization.
Oh, because they've got a certain amount of
call-ups.
call-ups.
Down. Now, you can move the prospect, Baldwin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He can go up and down more freely. So you could say, we're going to start with these two catchers. We can always go to Baldwin, but if we start with Baldwin, we're going to lose a player in our organization.
I mean, it's like funny. I look at yesterday, and you got two catchers. Yeah, I don't even know their names. I mean, past Murphy and Baldwin and Trump, I don't know who the third and fourth catchers are.
Sandy Leone?
They both homered yesterday, though. Both the other catchers. So there's probably some like, man, maybe I can sneak some time in here at the beginning of the year, depending on what I do.
That's what your GM is thinking right now, too. Maybe
Yeah,
I can sneak these guys
make them
in.
compete out there and see what you get.
We had a backup catcher hit a grand slam the other day. I think his last name is Reitz or something like that. So, yeah, these guys, it's amazing how many baseball players. I'm always amazed at, because I follow the Mets, hardcore, and they'll trot guys
They'll
out
still
there.
pop guys out there you haven't
Never heard of them. And yet they're, trying to make their way. It's a lot of respect.
Nick,
lot of respect.
you know who Nick Allen is? We got him in one of the trades. He's not a young prospect, but he's probably late 20s. But, he's been the shortstop, the competition at shortstop.
Mm-hmm.
He's hitting 471. He had 3 hits and a homer yesterday.
Murph
So I
don't
don't
care
really
about spring numbers.
Yeah, in this case, he's played a bunch. I mean,
so good to hit well.
Right.
It's just the spring
Better to
training.
hit well.
No, I hear you.
Yeah,
I got you.
Just the spring training numbers. There's just something about when the season starts and you carry those suckers forever that changes things.
Yesterday, Leone at catcher was 3 for 4 with a homer and 3 RBIs. And then they bring in Chandler Siegel, bring him in, and then he goes 1 for 1 with a homer.
A lot of people don't know that's Jonathan Livingston's cousin.
Siegel?
Yeah, Jonathan Livingston Siegel. Something happened that told me that there is no way, don't ever mention the Florida Gator basketball team as a blue blood. You cannot be a blue blood if you got your first ever first-team All-American.
Yes, I agree.
Can't be a blue blood.
No.
I was amazed that the Florida Gator basketball team
Clayton was a first-team All-American?
has never had a first-team All-American.
He was first
in their
team.
history.
He was top, and there's only a 5-man team.
Yeah.
That shocks me. He didn't show up at a single, not one single prediction of the All-American. He would show up second or third team everywhere.
Walter Clayton Jr.
Well,
first
that's
team
awesome
All-American.
because he should be. Because I saw guys that they had on first team, and I thought, I'm not sure that.
Walter Clayton Jr. was a first-team All-American, but the bigger issue to me is that the Florida Gators have never had a first-team All-American, ever.
Well, they have now.
By the way.
Can they be a blue blood now?
No. Walter Clayton Jr.
Is Gonzaga a blue blood?
Great. That's a good question. I'd say no.
Yeah. If Florida's not, there's no way in hell Gonzaga can be.
But I'm
Because
pretty
we're
sure-
Gonzaga. We're Gonzaga with the 2 titles. They're Gonzaga with nothing.
Pretty sure Adam Morrison was a first-team
I
All-American.
don't care about this All-American thing. Is not defining blue blood for me. It's surprising.
They're
not historical. Yeah.
You can't be a blue blood if you haven't had a first-team All-American.
Well, basketball.
Well, I think about it more of the.
It's hard to be a blue blood when you're not the first sport
Also
on
true.
campus.
Also true. I'm just, every now and then people
Yeah.
say Florida's closing in on being a blue blood. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I here's what I trust more than blue blood. When I have a guy goes third and a guy goes 6th in the NBA draft, and the All-American team can take a pass.
Somebody on Twitter asked me yesterday how good was Vernon Maxwell, and I thought he's better than Walt Clayton Jr. Walt Clayton Jr. Great player for Florida, but I still think Vernon's a better player.
Ooh, I don't know. That's a close one too. He's definitely a wilder card. He's going to take worse shots. I think I'd rather. I think I'd rather have Walter Clayton on my team than Vern.
Maybe on your college team,
Yeah.
he's not going to be as good a pro.
No, that's true.
Vernon
Vern's
Max.
got that dog in him, man. He's got that
Yeah.
crazy, wild twitch of the eye kind of mentality that served him well.
Just go watch his
YouTube shorts.
Go-
He's been popping up on my.
He's
on my
crazy.
feed.
Go watch a podcast. He
I
just
got
did
Vernon
the Up and
stories,
Smoke
man.
Podcast.
He was down there.
All the smoke podcasts, that thing
Yeah,
went viral
all the
quick.
smoke.
Do they just literally?
He used
does he use all the smoke during the all the smoke podcast?
He
Does
uses 2 words,
yeah,
or 3 words.
M and F.
And
M and F,
and
and
what's the
another
other
one.
What's the other one?
Other one we won't say.
We're not even going to reference.
No,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
not a good one.
It's bad.
Yeah, but that's Vernon. Mad Max.
Yeah,
He's Mad Max for a reason.
That's a good
Maybe
one.
The greatest
That's a
nickname.
good one, though. I feel like Clayton's a more well-rounded player than Vernon was.
Ooh.
Vernon's a better athlete.
Man, was he an athlete?
Vernon
Vernon could have played. Let me put it this way: Vernon could have played football at Florida.
Yeah, he was wasn't he all-state?
Yeah.
Oh, he was like that?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. He was a cornerback, wasn't he?
And he is a safety, and he was a bad A.
Yeah.
Dude.
Vern is crazy, dude.
as well too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was and it's time to write that wrong and put Vernon back in the record books. By the way,
man,
he did things
Vernon
that
alone.
he did things
They
that
gave Reggie Bush his Heisman back then.
well, and also Vern did things then that today you get extra cred on social media for getting. Right? I mean, now
I like Todd Golden coming out and saying we're trying to win this.
Yeah,
thing.
me
We're
too.
not, yeah, I like that.
That's been his mentality. This dude, if you have paid attention, I thought early in the year it was because of everything that the scrutiny he was facing, how demonstrative he is at the end of games and all that. And I've continued watching him after all those seeds have smoothed, and that's just who he is.
Yeah.
You watch him; he's like like they let one of the students on the bench. Like he's doing this.
Yeah.
He's really with this
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
He's got
He's
a good. I tell you one thing, Bo. I don't know about high school recruiter, but this guy is ahead of the game when it comes to the transfer and the international market, and that's how teams like St. Mary's, San Francisco, Gonzaga, Pepperdine, if those teams are successful, that's how they're successful. They get these transfers and they get these international players, and Golden has brought that here to the SEC. And
that
boy,
West Coast mentality,
I guess. But look, at the end of the day, you got to win some tournament games.
Oh, yeah.
This is a really, really good team. This is a team that should go to the Elite Eight, or I don't see any weaknesses with this guy, though, Dan. I'm not finding any. I mean, at game day, he's not doing dumb things. He seems to have a pretty good control. He's got a good – I like the fact that he went and he signed this guy from UT Chattanooga, and I'm sure he made promises, and Alexis has come in. He's not good enough, and he doesn't play. And when I watch the game, Dan, and I see the bench going crazy, you know what I see? Sam Alexis.
I like that.
Looks happy and engaged, even though, and I'm sure Golden's going to him. And listen, man, Sam Alexis is going to be needed on this basketball team. Sam Alexis is going to have a part in our success. You hang in there, yada, yada, yada. And, maybe it will, maybe it won't.
Well, let's take a break.
Okay.
Keep it rolling here. Hanging out with Murph, TPC. It's underway. And Hideki has a double on 11.
Apparently he does. That doesn't bother me.
The drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, where electrifying moments come to life.
Inside of a minute to play.
And legendary performances live.
A monumental milestone in a legendary career.
1010XL. The power of Jacksonville Sports Radio. The Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard update.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Players Championship update, brought to you by Duck Rooter, Plumbing, Septic, and AC, and Kuhn Flowers. It's a beautiful day in TPC Sawgrass. It's 56 degrees at 9 o'clock as round one of the Players Championship is officially underway. At last look, so far topping the leaderboard is Bo Hostler and Sam Stevens, who eagled through 4. They're followed by Davis Riley, who eagled through 3, then Alex Smalley, who birdied through 4. Maverick McNeely, Brian Harmon, and Brian Campbell are at 1 through 3. PGA officials announced that Saturday tickets are sold out. A limited number of tickets remain for Thursday and Sunday, available at theplayers.com/tickets. Parking is also sold out for Friday and Saturday, with a small amount remaining for Friday and Sunday. I'm Tori Edwards with your Players Championship update, brought to you by Duck Rooter, Plumbing, Septic, and AC, and Kuhn Flowers.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Don't miss the Players Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scotty Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Gang, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney, Matty is, but we both want to know, have you done your last will? Man, Dan, why you bring that up? That's depressing. No, it's not. Something you got to take care of, something you want to do because you work hard for your money. You want to get the money to the people that you choose. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Right? You want to have as much money as you can for your loved ones. Matt Hinson will listen. He'll help you with your decisions. He'll provide you info needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's the Hinson Law Firm. Real easy to get a hold of Matty. 527-1700, 904-527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
Enhance your home with Renewal by Anderson's exclusive 31-day spring event. Experience superior craftsmanship and timeless design with buy one, get one 40% off custom replacement windows and patio doors. Enjoy the ease of zero down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. This offer expires March 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
Start your Saturday with a whiff of the great outdoors.
Captain Kevin Favor here with Captain Kirk and Jeff Lagerman, and we bring you the fresh air of the great outdoors.
On the Nimnit Outdoors Show, presented by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning on 1010XL.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. One of the biggest changes we've seen in fine jewelry over the last 25 years has been the growth of jewelry designers. At Underwoods, we're the leader, bringing to North Florida the best names in designer jewelry. In fact, we carry designer lines in a similar way to how clothing stores carry designer labels. The difference is that jewelry designers have to be a little more timeless in their presentations because nobody wants to buy a fine piece of jewelry only to find out the next year it's gone out of style. That's why you'll find at Underwoods the best of the jewelry designer names, those that are tried and true and popular. Names like David Yerman, Roberto Coin, John Hardy, Marco Bichigo, Jude Francis, Lagos, Hippolyta, and a lot more are all available right now at Underwoods. So if you want the best looks in designer jewelry, stop by Underwoods, San Marco, Avondale, or the shops of Ponte Vedra.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability and versatility built in, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors to get the job done right. Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit Coastal Equipment for a demo today.
Greater power for the great outdoors. Coastal Equipment.
Coastal Equipment on New Kings Road and in the clinic.
Ahead, we build platforms for digital business. We help create your platform for digital business by weaving together advances in cloud infrastructure, intelligent operations, and modern applications. Digital business is comprised of 5 pillars. We call them imperatives because they're a must-have, not a nice-to-have. We enterprise cloud, integrated security, scaled DevOps, intelligent operations, and relentless automation. Need help with digital transformation? Ahead. Learn, grow, achieve.
ET here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days than bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find Scratch Kitchen that always comes in the clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Hit a home run for happy hour and ask your Twin Peaks girl about local specials on drafts, cocktails, shots, and more. Come on, somebody.
Got a cracked windshield? Not only is it dangerous, but did you know it's also illegal? Call Baker Glass. Mack and his crew use the best auto glass in the market, and they accept most insurance. Plus, all new windshields come with a full warranty. From cars, to trucks, to RVs, you can count on Baker Glass to be fast and friendly. Just check out their Google reviews. Come see us at the shop on Casta Avenue, or we can come to you at your home or business.
I'm back with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
10XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Not enough examples that could be written of the times that I should have just stayed in my lane. It's 1 a.m. at least. I get way over my skis talking about stuff I don't know anything about.
What'd you do?
I mean, I'm no expert in the sushi burrito game.
Are you?
Are they still on it?
Well, apparently there are literally restaurants in Jacksonville called Sushi Burrito. It's right here. It's literally in the title, so I guess it's a thing. It's not like they made them up. So anyway, yeah, I hate sushi. I mean, raw fish does not appeal to me.
A lot of people love sushi.
Well,
I know that every time we go to the Japanese restaurant, my entire family, before we get all the food, gets sushi.
Yeah,
like apps.
Yeah, and they pass it around, and they all sit there.
It
and
is Japanese for app.
And they love it. And I'm like, okay, well,
Sushi's
good.
Japanese
Not for me,
for
but
appetizer. Cool. I'm of the opinion that once we discovered fire, we should use it.
Okay.
And when it comes to food, I don't eat my,
So you won't do sushi even if it gets, I guess, is it still sushi if it's cooked?
I don't do any seafood.
And no seafood
No
at all?
seafood.
Okay.
I'm not a seafood guy. Never, I don't know why I never liked it. And it's a shame because it's good for you.
I love seafood. Oof, I love seafood. I can eat some sushi, but it's usually the cooked kind, like shrimp tempura, that kind of thing. From the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures, I played against Vernon in a high school football playoff game. I played for Terry Parker. They beat us. He was really good.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, Vernon was a bad A, dude.
I still remember
George Spieth with a birdie eagle start.
Playing against
really?
Leon.
Good for him. I root for Spieth, but something tells me he'll fall apart between now and Sunday. But maybe not.
From the bunker on 11, knocked it in for an eagle. So good for him. Yeah. He's somebody who's kind of looking to
right the ship.
He, at the Bo Hostler's 2 under.
All right.
Again, there as always happens with this tournament, and I think it's in some ways it's because of the way this golf course is set up. It's fair to everyone. You don't have to be the bomber. You don't have to be this. You got to hit some slices. You got to hit some draws.
Matsuyama found water again at 12.
You got to let the Matsuyama thing go, man.
It doesn't feel like
it just doesn't care. Right.
3 over after 3.
Don't care, bro.
I know you don't care. I'm just telling you.
Well, why do you keep mentioning the guy 3 over after? He's not a big name at all.
It's a big name, isn't he?
I mean, your guys haven't even gone off yet. I mean, you're mushing your guys to Kingdom Come. Who do you
Why
have?
am I mushing my guys?
Because you're talking about Matsuyama because I took him in brunch for the tour. It's the only reason.
That's not the reason why.
Wow,
I'm
what a
talking
liar too, right? Just live over the air. It's one thing to lie, but just to go all in for the public to hear.
To the whole city.
The whole city. Just a blatant lie.
Did Hideki shoot 63?
You're mentioning for one reason. Everyone knows it. And
they do?
Yeah, so you're lying. You know you're lying. Everyone knows you're lying, and you're lying anyway.
And then I'm denying
just
the
gave
lie.
up and denying the lie.
I'm denying the lie.
A lot of sinning going on here, boys.
Die with the lie.
Who's your other golfer?
Rory.
No, neither one of these jokers have gone off yet?
No.
That's too bad.
No.
David Lipsky's come back to earth. He's +1. Try to tell you about the lipper. Hoagie, the owner of the 62, he's 1 under par.
I just live bet David Lipsky to go 68 today. Oh, no.
Did you really?
No. They love the live betting, man. Live betting is like this new.
It is. I'll tell you. Yeah, they do, for sure. The betting in general, it's out of control. And what these kids are betting on now, by the way, they don't even bet like games and stuff or blackjack casino. No. There are games literally on the computer now that these guys will bet Plinko.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or I saw one the other day because I like to go on YouTube and watch the gamblers meltdown after losing, smashing their stuff. But there's one that they're all playing where literally you bet, put in $100, and then it's got a rocket ship, and it just kind of goes up, and you're betting on how long will you wait and hit your return before it blows up. So if you hit it at 1.14, you'll win $114. If you wait, it goes to plus 600.
The bottom one. I won't say that.
No.
Yeah, that's fine. That's all right.
What is going on over here?
Golf updates from the boys out on the course. They're watching Hideki.
Okay.
They just went straight right out of bounds on 14.
That's not even true. He's not on 14 yet.
Text line over here.
14 is not even out of bounds. So, I mean, now your lies are including fabricated scenarios. He blew it right out of bounds on 14. There's no such place.
Do you think he'll WD after 9?
I hope.
That's what it sounds like.
Who is my other guy? Sepp Straka. I'll just ride Straka to the victory.
Sepp.
Yeah. I don't really.
What is the payday on this one?
It's
What's
nothing. Who cares? Oh, for the what is it? 4 probably? 4.5 maybe.
Yeah.
That's good work.
Got to make sure in negotiations we get the most we can.
Yes, we do.
Because I mean, there'll be at least 1 million people watching this weekend on TV. So
we'll have them on site for sure.
It's a great golf tournament. It's a beautiful day, boy. It's already warming up.
Again,
nice and-
I like to look at. There's just a wisp of wind right now, right? Would you say? I mean, there's,
I would say a wisp is fairly accurate.
I don't see much of the treetops at all. So I think the boys are gonna.
Okay, just early, and all the big guys are to go, and no one picks Spieth. But I could definitely get into rooting for Jordan Spieth, of who I see at the top of the leaderboard here. It would definitely be fun to Spieth have some sort of, success.
Yeah.
Of all of the ones that will rise up and have their moments and look like they can try to emulate Tiger or Jack or the greats, he was the one that looked like he was there. He was doing it at young. He was winning majors. He was doing all this by 22 or 23. This guy hasn't done anything 6-7 years, has he?
Ludwig just 4-putted from 51 feet at 13.
I don't care nothing about no Ludwig.
He's not your guy?
Nope.
Who has Ludwig? Tour?
The tour.
Yeah. Why don't you call Stewie on the air?
It's Stewie on the air.
I mean, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
It's too early, man. This was like a Sunday, and like the cast was floating with every missed shot. We'd be at each other's throats. Thursday morning, I just can't get that involved yet.
He's just got.
No one's even on the course yet. I mean, this is a Sunday afternoon twist. It's not a Thursday morninger.
We've always had these situations where one of our guys goes out and either goes red hot or goes down, or it's always.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
It does appear as if Hideki Matsuyama has shot himself out of the tournament this morning, but I guess what I'm trying to say is in my life full of angst, this is low on my angstometer.
You're more concerned about why RC is still the starting shortstop for the Braves.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
Hideki Matsuyama going.
I'm ready for baseball to start. I have become unreliable in opinion when I sit and grind on my Braves. I blow like I'm very bipolar. I convince myself that we're under the radar, going to win it all, and then I convince myself that my God, we've done nothing. We're going to finish third in the East.
Mm-hmm.
So I like having these conversations with myself.
Third in the East still might get you in the postseason.
Yeah, we're not going to be third in the East, so we don't have to worry about that.
Oh, dear.
All right, so back to being optimistic.
Yeah.
There we go.
I don't know if that's optimistic. No, that's realistic. That's not optimistic.
You think?
100%. Yeah.
Like realistic that they finish above Philly and the Mets?
Sure. I think that would be the more realistic.
Who won the division last year?
I mean,
Philly?
outside of the Met Hall of Famer and the Met super fan, I think if you go around baseball and we collect all the opinions, that mine won't be outrageous. I think most would have the Braves at least second in the East.
I saw this cool thing on Twitter. You probably didn't see it.
They get mad at me.
But
No, I think that you would find enough people that would pick Philly and the Mets over the Braves in the division.
I said top two, right? I'm not saying they're going to win the division. I don't think they'll be third in the division. I think if we did, the Braves would be by 1,000,000 miles the least percentage picked third.
By 1,000,000 miles?
Yeah. Like 8% would pick the Braves.
What's
third.
Pacoda say on it then?
Pacoda has the Braves winning the division with the most wins.
Okay.
Yeah, 90-something wins.
I saw this thing on Twitter. It was kind of cool with the Mets. You know, Mets fans are always doing. It's just like any team, but
Pacoda stinks because a couple years ago I was yelling at him because they had us too few, and I was right. We won more. So.
I haven't thought about this yet. But they're doing the all-time best Met player with each letter every day, and whoever gets the most votes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So A, B, C, D.
Like last name. So
last
like
name.
right W would
Is
be.
it Peter Alonso or is it Alfonso?
I don't know. I'll have to go look.
Who would you think it would be?
Alfonso.
Edgardo Alfonso's better than Peter
today.
Alonso? Do I get points for throwing those both
Those are
out
very
there?
good.
Just like that.
Very good. I think Edwin Diaz won the D.
You never had an Alou?
We did.
We did.
But he was not good enough.
He was good.
He had a good year.
Which Alou did you have?
Moises.
Moises.
Yeah.
I was thinking the old timers,
but
Felipe's.
like some letters, you just even after 50 years, you don't have. I think Iglesias won the eyes.
He got the eye.
Yeah. But I'm thinking I haven't thought about the M's, so I'm curious to see if you could bring home the M. You might be able to.
Matlock?
Huh?
Matlack.
John Matlack.
John Matlack.
Oh, he was good.
Murphy's bigger than Matlack, no?
Yeah.
That's close.
It's close.
Matlack was
Matlack
a
All-Star MVP. With Matlock.
Yeah, that was crazy. They didn't.
Matlack,
And by the way,
co-MVP.
they didn't need to do that to a young kid growing up on baseball. That was almost confusing. Matlock and Matlack on the on the MVP front. What other M's you got? No, what's my Magadan? Dave Magadan. You're gonna give me a little bit of Mags.
McGuire.
Yeah, but he's not a. He's not a Met.
Oh, a Met.
Yeah. This is Met.
You got to be a Met.
Yeah.
Yeah, we niched this one, ET.
Yeah.
My bad.
Let's talk.
Yeah.
Stay in your lane.
All right,
Stay in your lane.
if we're just we go mutual or mantle if we're just having fun.
Take a break, make the turn for home.
Murph's out of here. They're off to discover the
Spieth. They got to go catch Spieth fever.
The art of the beautiful golf swing. And
yes.
See if you can bring. Go out there. See if you can pick a decky for me.
I'll sort them out. I'll get them right on the course. We'll sort them.
We're back to put a wrap on it. It's Custom Tree Searches Thursday.
The Drill.
From the DivorcemenOnly.com studios.
It's the season of sandals and sundresses.
And the Players Championship.
Listen for 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates. Channeled by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Magnify.
And Kingfish Pest Control. The Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard update.
I'm Molly McDonald with your Players Championship update brought to you by Surfside Pools and Spas. The 2025 Players Championship is currently underway down at TPC Sawgrass. At the top of the leaderboard, Jordan Spieth takes the lead after securing an eagle on 11. There are currently 6 players tied for second: Chan Kim, Bo Hostler, Sam Stevens, Davis Riley, and Matt McCarty and Lucas Glover. All sit at 2 under so far on the day, with several golfers following closely behind. 2021 Players Champion Justin Thomas, who started on the back 9, currently sits out under 1 through the first 4 holes. Your next update from the Players in 20 minutes.
Mia here. Getting more is great, and that's what makes this sale so great. It's a sale on top of a sale, and it's going on now at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Get 0 down and just $288 per month for a pre-owned 2022 Toyota Corolla. Or you choose a pre-owned 2021 Camry, RAV4, Tacoma for 0 down and $388 per month. You can even choose no payments till July 2025. Shop in person on Atlantic Boulevard, just a quarter mile east of 295, or online anytime at arlingtontoyota.com.
I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is more than just a legal process. It's a life-changing event that can impact your future, finances, and your relationship with your children. You've worked hard to build a life that you're proud of, and you deserve a legal partner who will work just as hard to protect it.
Offices in Jacksonville. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Rick Julius, licensed in Pennsylvania only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations: Julington Creek, Jack's Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine, and over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing, or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
It's tune-up time, and Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars, wants to partner with you for a cool summer season. Tune up your AC unit right now so it's running at peak performance when you need it most. Just call 777-4300 and order a tune-up for just $59. Keep your unit humming at optimal level. Log on to FloridaHomeAC.com and take advantage of their savings. Keep cool with Florida Home AC. That's 777-4300.
Hey, gang, Hicken here from my friends at Beaches Dermatology, man. You know I've been talking about Beaches Dermatology for a while, man. Doctors Boudreaux and Metz, man, fixtures in the Jacksonville community. Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery. Staff at Solano Road, always like to give them a shout-out because they've always been great to me, take good care of me. I've been going there for a lot of years, man. A lot of different locations now to serve you. Beaches Dermatology wants to remind you, though, even in the winter months, man, that sun comes out, you're playing golf, man, cover up those ears, man. Put on that hat. Long sleeve dry fit, whatever it takes. Protect that skin from the sun. If something should show up on the skin and you say, that looks different, get it checked out. Don't wait. That's the key. Don't wait. Get it checked out. Go online at beachesdermatology.com. Make an appointment today online at beachesdermatology.com.
Hi, I'm Jeff Breyer, president of Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring.
And I'm Nikki Sema. My dad started in business when I was just 4 years old, and now we're 35 years and 20,000 satisfied customers in, and literally have a showroom in every neighborhood.
So whether you're looking to revitalize your home with new flooring or need more outdoor living space with a glass or screen enclosure, we've got you covered.
Visit our websites and don't forget to stop by our showrooms during our open house and cookout this Saturday from 10 to 3. Come see affordable luxury, experience a lifetime difference, and receive additional open house discounts.
Get more Gators with Dan Hicken and me, Frank Frangie, on all things Gators on 1010XL Gators Podcast, with new episodes every Monday, brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, wherever you find podcasts and at 1010XL.com.
Baseball is back. Don't miss this year's Florida State baseball game, Tuesday, March 25th at VyStar Ballpark at 6 p.m. This can't-miss event sells out quickly, so buy your tickets today to get the best seats possible. It's Florida State on the diamond at VyStar Ballpark, Tuesday, March 25th. Get your tickets at TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com. TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com. We'll see you at the ballpark.
If someone you love needs a pick-me-up, then it's time to get serious about it and send them a Kuhn floral arrangement. RJ here with 1010XL, and you'll be assured of a quality delivery. That's for sure. Log on and order online at KuhnFlowers.com.
Hey, certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Why? Experience, expertise, knowledge. That's Reed Wingate. That's Janice Cobb. That's Scott Regner. That's Dan Abel. That's Reagan Wright, Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan. Those are the ITP partners, man. You know what they do? They sit down with you individually, listen to you, and then they give you tell them what you want. They give you your strategy to get your goals met. And it's really easy to get in the game with ITP Partners. They're always there to help. For more info, simple. Chris at ITBPartners.com. Chris at ITBPartners.com or call 312-9751. 312-9751. They're ITP Partners, gang. And they're my financial partners for life. Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performance or success.
When it comes to towing products, your safety is the priority at Cannons of Jacksonville. Cannons has decades of experience to ensure your towing setup is installed with precision and reliability. Visit cannonsofjacks.com, your trusted partner for a smoother tow.
Your hole-in-one for men's health is Ackerman Urology. With offices in Mandarin, Middleburg, Royal Gulf Village, and the beaches, Ackerman will get you on par for any prostate conditions and sexual vitality. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
I told you I hate spring training, and
what's wrong?
Got my daily update. Another injury and another starter out for a month.
I'm cooling down on a really good, fun day to watch basketball, man. These conference tournaments, they ramp up here a little bit.
You're not paying attention.
I did.
I didn't even tell you who it was.
Okay, tell me who it is.
Jeff McNeil. Strained oblique.
I didn't know that Jeff McNeil was still active in baseball.
Yes, he is.
But yeah, we got some interesting games today. I tell you what.
What do we got?
Well,
did Georgia win last night?
Georgia lost to Oklahoma.
Oh.
Texas beat Vandy last night, so they try and stay alive. But the bubble team who's going to draw the most attention and should is North Carolina, who got a win last night. And I've been of the opinion all this time, you're telling me a 22-23 win North Carolina team is not getting in? That's ridiculous. Buddy, they started giving the analytical breakdown.
Bad.
Oh, my God. It's like they haven't beaten, like, let me look at this real quick. They're like 1-12 in it's like they're 1-12 in quad one games, maybe, or something. Just I mean, just awful, dude. Net rankings. Yeah, I want to get this quad to a 1 win, but then we can move along from there. Oh, this is old. Never mind. Anyway, North Carolina is a team that's playing with incredible urgency because you almost feel like they did move, by the way, into at least if you go by Lenardi, into the last 4 in. Listen, we don't ignore these last 4 in. There's been a couple of times in the last few years where one of those last 4 ins has gone all the way to the Elite 8 Final Four. Tennessee did it a couple of years ago. We had another team that done it. We've had these play-in teams as 11 seeds who have made it to the Elite 8 Final Four the last few years. So that shows you, a lot of times we have to say, well, if you're on the bubble, you're not winning it anyway. There have been a couple of teams out of that 11 seed play-in game that have made some deep runs into the tournament. So there's that.
One of my buddies texted me Tug McGraw for the M's.
Tug McGraw's a good one. Maybe, now, is it the person who has played for you or what he did when he was on your team?
Yeah, I think.
Because Willie Mays is kind of a big boy.
Well.
If you're going to go the best.
I don't think you would pick him.
Yeah, the best M to ever play for the Mets. Maybe not, playing his best for them then. But Willie Mays probably.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll pick Willie Mays.
No, I don't.
Willie Mays came to the Mets when he was like 40 plus.
Correct.
Years.
Yeah. And was kind of sad, wasn't he?
By the end,
Yeah.
A little bit. Probably 1 year too many for Willie.
Well, I think if we had a big question left for the Jags, I don't know if it's big. I don't even know if it's being considered down there or if it is a priority at all. But, there's been some narrative and some correlation with Cooper Kupp ever since Gladstone took over, right? The Rams first were going to trade him, then they would release if he wasn't. Now he's been released. You don't have to pay that $20 million contract he was under. And so I wonder how that shakes out. So, E.T., get us prepared for the handoff.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. Find the coolest cats in town at coolcatsjacks.com.
Mike Dempsey along to tell us.
Tell you that my favorite Willie Mays memory with the Mets is falling down in center field in the 73 World Series. I didn't really remember it, but I've heard about it enough I've seen it over the years.
He did. I will say this: he did in his first game with the Mets hit a home run to beat the Giants.
Yeah,
which was kind of cool. But
which is where he came from.
But he was, that was.
He only played for the two teams, right? The Giants and the Mets.
Yes.
And then the Mets was only for a year. Or was it 2 years?
No, it was like the half a year.
That's it.
I think 73 is what it would have been. But yeah, that's a Willie Mays memory with us. And then he was also at the plate in the World Series pleading with the ump who missed a call in one of the games. And he's like this shot of him like this on his knees, like he's safe.
That was 73?
Yep.
Yeah. What's going on,
Who'd you lose
man?
to, the A's?
Yeah, the A's, 7.
Yeah, Reggie Jackson's MVP here.
Yes, he did.
With the
yes, he did.
A's that year. Anyway, obviously we'll keep an eye on the tournament today, and Hal Sutton maybe swinging by here sometime in the first hour.
Oh, good.
So we're told. We'll see how that all works out.
Be the right club today, baby.
He's got to get that every single day of his life.
Yeah.
You would think. Seriously, right?
for sure.
At least out here for sure he does.
We've added the baby
no doubt.
part. He doesn't really say baby, but we like that as an extra recruiting.
Demetrius Harvey will hop on and talk a little Jags, obviously. And you got to figure holding a press conference today means that the initial wave is over with for the most part, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like they still have cap space. I don't know if they're going to be in on Cooper Kupp or not. Rumors are up to maybe a half dozen teams are going to be, but those
that
are
drives
rumors.
the price up, and I don't think the Jags are going to be. I think if Kupp fell to them at a price that they could, digest, it would make sense.
I mean, what's a fair price? If De'Ami Brown's worth $10 million,
that's the problem.
Yeah.
They make
what's Cooper Kupp worth?
Yeah, 15.
Great question.
At least, right?
Yeah.
I mean, even though he's slowing down a little bit.
I don't think you can pay that if you're the Jag. You can't go 2 years, $30 million for Cooper Kupp. That's opposite. That flies in the face. What you're trying to.
Right?
I just listen. Again, it's the old crystal ball.
I think someone will.
If you knew Cooper Kupp was going to be healthy, you'd pay it right now.
Oh, you'd pay $25 million if you knew he was going to be.
He's 90 catch, 1,100 yards. You got and he's great out of the slot.
Who is the number 2 on this team? Who's
Right
the
now?
number 2 weapon in the passing
Yeah,
game on
no,
this
it's
team? Never
bad.
mind.
Yeah.
You don't have Ingram anymore. You
Right.
have notable wide receivers. So, I mean, he would step in right away and be wide receiver 2.
Good point.
And granted, they still may draft somebody. But I had Travis Hunter
It tells me
this
to be
week in my mock.
It's funny you say that. I think he's got a couple of I'm so smart here. A couple receivers that he's already got pegged. From what I've seen in free agency, it sure looks to me like Mason Graham is the easiest prediction ever. And that they got a couple. If they're not going to address this receiver position any more than De'Ami Brown, there have to be draft prospects they really love. There have to be.
You would think.
Where else are you getting it from? And he didn't. The Rams, one thing they've done is hit some draft success in the middle to late rounds at receiver, right? Kupp and Nakua, and so.
Yeah.
Now,
don't know if they, in a class, though, that is so thin at the top, I don't know if that guy exists this year. They might, but even then, if they knew what Nakua was going to be, they wouldn't have waited till the 5th round to take him.
Fair enough.
For sure.
Fair enough. Well, have a great show.
All right, thank you, guys.
That's Mike and Tony getting ready for Jaguars today. The first round of the players is off and running. It's a beautiful day.
Got all kinds of.
Let's see who goes low.
We're going to keep you updated all day long. You get scoring updates right now. Bo Hostler has pulled into a lead with Jordan Spieth. A couple of Texans there at the top of the leaderboard. But again, scoring updates 3 times an hour all day long. Jaguars today next. And then a full array of your daily programming live at this beautiful acreage. We call it TPC Sawgrass. So long, everybody. It's been a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Now, another classic moment in Jags history.
Patterson's kick is up. The field goal is